Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Fate Weaver tonight, because tonight we are returning to a new channel favorite, playing Ryan Vernier's very cool Blackbirds, Gothic Fantasy RPG. And with me tonight are one returning Blackbird and two Blackbirds new to the flock. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. I want you to tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight. First up, we've got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff. Lower my camera a little bit. And I'm playing Adeliza. She is a human. She fights with a big longsword. And she's sort of a mercenary without a hire right now.
Nice. Next up is Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I'm playing Gita of Vahan.
Vajan. I'm not sure how you... Vajan, I think is how you pronounce that.
Yeah. And she is a kick-ass, spear-wielding warrior type for now.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is Jamie.
Hey everyone, I'm Jamie. I'm going to be playing Farrakis Khazal. He is a Nephilim who is one who is in the shadow and subterfuge, and he has a plan that apparently a contact that we are seeking. So I'm looking forward to playing.
Nice. Excellent. All right, so we're starting a little bit late tonight because we decided to take some time just to go through the introductions and whatnot beforehand to talk about what the game is and get everyone ready to jump right in, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So, guys, we had mentioned before we went live that you guys are still in the war-torn nation of Elkland. Elkland has been suffering a civil war known as the Betrayers' War, part of the wider War of Empty Thrones that has bedeviled Erebos for these last 12 years. For some of you, you would be children when this thing first kicked off. But our scene will open with you guys approaching... Where am I here? I think I may have added... Oh, no, I didn't. Here we go. This one I want to use here. Here we go. Not that. Oh, I know what I want to use. So you guys are approaching here. Let me move this down. What we'd see... let me move this to the map layer. Oh, I'm on the map layer. Let me go in the object layer, bring all you guys back. Oh, I didn't cut and paste. Hold on. Hold on. Hold everything. Here we go. Whoop. Hold on. Drives me nuts when you try and paste that it pastes way higher than where you put it. Each time. All right, here we go. Move this up to there. I'll move you guys into place. All right, so once you find yourselves, or the War Road once finds our heroes still on their way to Culbadine, but they've had to, because of a renewal of conflict between two additional petty warlords or two regional dukes. You guys have had to take sort of the long way around, and you are currently on your way down into a place called Bridmere Vale. Bridmere Vale used to be a fairly regularly traveled part of Elkland. It's a very handy way of sidestepping some other places, some more populated areas, but also stopping off. There is a community called Norham that is near the north end of the Vale The Vale itself gets its name from Bridmere, or Bridmere Lake, a long and large lake that takes up most of the valley, but it is surrounded by they're not really mountains, because there's not an awful lot of mountains in Elkland, but they are large cliff walls, and there was at one point mining that occurred in here. But the travel, as has been the case over the past few weeks, coming close to being a month, has been difficult, and you have been beset by rain, almost as if the heavens themselves are crying for the woes of Elkland. What that means for our heroes is I would like each of you to give us a toughness check, please. This will be at a 0 modifier, so I think challenging is the difficulty. Plus 0.
Toughness, so like standard?
Standard, yeah. I'm thinking of things. Nice.
Oh.
All right, Farrakis. And for your Dave, they may prompt you for a modifier, or should prompt you for a modifier. It'll be a pop-out, I think.
And just 0 straight up?
Just 0, yeah, for this one. Critical success for Gita. So, Farrakis, here's what I'll say is that if you would like to re-roll, I think, Farrakis, you have been having a tough time of this, but Gita may be helping you out here a bit. So, without spending a fortune point, I'll let you go ahead and give us a re-roll. Not Gita, right. Farrakis.
She's like, let's go on, damn it.
Nice. So, fortunately, now what I'd like you guys to each do is give us a roll of 1d10 plus 1. This is how much peril that you have suffered as a result of your travels, which might be nothing. Then what I'd like you to do is compare your results to your peril threshold, and if it exceeds the peril threshold, reduce your peril by 1. Or not your peril, but reduce 1 tick down on the condition track.
Oh, unbelievable.
Was it just enough?
Yeah.
Okay, so Adelaide, Farrakis, I think you took 1,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
Okay.
man. Stupid game.
So Gita,
Roll 20. You just right away trolls me.
all
Are you
right.
sure it's not the fates, Jeff? I think it might be the fates, not roll 20 this time.
So you guys can find yourself.
Weather.
It is the last little bit of your trip getting down into Bridmere Vale has been it's a lot of wide open and bare areas. One of the things you start with in this game too, Dave, money is abstracted to a degree in this. It's similar to how it's used in the Conan RPG. Remember how you would get like fistfuls of gold and that would abstract into like a purchasing value? It's similar to like that too. You can get something called spoils, which is like disposable income. You can also barter goods away, but it is really suboptimal to do that unless you've got a really great bargain skill or some kind of ways to increase the outcome of that. Or if you get a patron, the big thing that you can get from playing through the game is if you gain access to patrons, you can get access to gear equal to what their levels are and in excess as well. So finding people to do jobs for, make them like you and whatnot, that's a good way to get your patronage up and then get access to more expensive shit. You guys do not have anything beyond what is on your character sheet right now, which means like I think 2 weapons. And I believe Farrakis has got some poison, and that's kind of it. Oh, in some cases you might have 3 weapons, because as soon as you have a weapon technique, you get that weapon for free at character generation. So, you guys have been going around. Farrakis and Adelaide, it seems like you are cursed to routinely be exhausted and wet as you are traveling. And now with the overcast skies above you, it doesn't look like there's much place to stay until as the sun is getting low and threatening to go down near the far western edge of the Vale where you've come from. You come upon the ruins of some small settlement, and then there is a watchtower you can see looking over the Vale a little further down. Now, would each of you give us an awareness check, please? And you can get plus 20 on this. Okay, 43.
Oh,
Eliza.
no good.
And okay, Gita, nice. So here, Dave, let's use your role as an example of how to determine quality of success. And unless, if all you're worried about is success or fail, the only things that matter is whether you succeeded or you got a critical success or a sublime success. Where it differs is if there's a contested thing. Then what we do is we take a look at the tens digit of what you needed to roll. You subtract the tens digit of what you did roll. So in this case, your skill roll for awareness is a success of 4. And then we add in your perception bonus. If you look on your character sheet, there is a PB in there. What is your PB? It'll be under perception.
Oh, under perception. Down. Under perception, my PB is a 3.
3. So that means your total roll was a 7. And then, Farrakis, what's your perception, or PB?
6.
6. Holy shit. So that means if your PB is a 6, you rolled 3, you got a 9. So even though you rolled, you didn't roll quite as low as what Gita did, because of your perception bonus is higher, your character just gets a better result if there's a contested thing. It's important for here because what you can see is, Gita, you can see that there is a fire burning in that watchtower, and it looks to be abandoned. Like it otherwise looks, there's damage to some of the windows you can't quite make out in the hazy illustration we see here. But clearly this place was touched at some point by one of the, roving armies or mercenaries or whatever. Something bad happened in this community. It doesn't look like there's been anyone here for years. But what you see is there is a fire burning in the bottom of the... you got Anna's axe. I
need to get a spear now, apparently.
Yeah. There's a fire burning in there, but what Farrakis you see is there is a shadow cast by that flickering campfire that moves across a wall. There's someone in there. It looks to be only one. Now, you guys have no food on you. You are wet. And one of the ways we determine how much you recover for your peril threshold and your damage threshold overnight is where you are sleeping. If you're sleeping somewhere safe, where you're protected and you're warm and whatnot, you clear out your damage threshold altogether. If it's a worse place, that doesn't happen. So if you're sleeping out in the cold, and it gets to the point where if you say slept out here in one of these wet hovels, or hovel, I've been told by Google, that's how you pronounce it, you may actually suffer more peril. So, you guys see this. This is the first sign of life you've seen in probably 6 hours of travel.
Someone's keeping warm up ahead.
Where?
Looks at Farrakis and
Point
then over to...
down there. Maybe there's an angle we could show Adelisa.
Yeah, Annalisa, once it's pointed out to you, you're like, oh yeah, you can see there's a little flicker of fire. It's still light out, so like, unsurprising. I mean, you and Farrakis have just, uncannily perceptive eyes, probably because of the strange ancestry that he carries or bears. But Gita
I don't know
seems to
about
have seen
you, but a warm fire sounds nice to me.
Render Fall Tower is definitely our best place to sleep.
Now, so what the game we normally do is we roll initiative right at the start of the game, so we don't have to roll it again. I can just plunk in my enemies, and then we're good to go. I wait till we're on the same page in this because it's roll 20, and if I switch pages, we're going to lose your characters. But why don't you click on your tokens, and the ones at the top, not the big pictures, the smaller ones. Click on those, click on initiative, and we'll set the ladder for now. Initiative is found on the combat tab on the right side next to or just beneath where the damage threshold is. Oh, but remember to click on your token first. Nope, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, it just was a lag for you, Jamie. Hold on. Or what's going on here? Okay, Fergus got a... Fergus got a 14. Oh, you could roll 10 second time. There we go. Hold on. So Fergus got 14. Adelaide's got a 9. We get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And Gita, you got a 7. All right. There we go. Descending order. And remember, at any point you can choose to spend fortune to bump yourself up on the ladder. So, put you guys, maybe put you over here and just make it a little smaller.
So out of the 4 rolls that we clicked, roll 20 gave us a 1 3 times.
That sounds about right. I think John went about...
Well, I'm going to fuck you over for the whole session.
John went about 2 hours before he got a successful skill roll when we played Blackbirds last time. All right, so
20.
What you can see is, yeah, that is... it will take you probably about 15 minutes to walk down to where the tower is from where you are. If you choose to move a little more stealthily and more slowly, or you decide to take a different approach, it may take longer. What are you guys thinking? What you can tell, Fergus, there does seem to be only a single person in there. You've only seen one shadow. There is otherwise no sign of life in that tower or anywhere in this little community. You're still a good, a good 7-hour travel or so before you reach, what is it, Norham.
Shall we approach cautiously, or shall we announce ourselves?
I don't feel like announcing myself.
Yeah, I think we could walk in without as much caution in this case, just because they've already got a fire going and they're not trying to hide from us. So I would be okay with approaching as with our numbers.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm still going to have my shield on.
Okay.
Strap up a little tighter.
Okay. So your shield is ready. You got your spear in hand. And you guys make your way down the hill. It's giving the shadows from behind you as the sun is getting lower are getting longer as you make your way up towards it. And as you get closer to the shadows in the eaves of this tall tower, likewise grow darker. What you can see on the outside is the very old remnants of what was likely a last stand, or perhaps the most recent last stand here. The doors burst open. There's arrows in the wall. There's signs and stains. So there's damage to the structure. There is blood, dried blood on the ground. This must be years since this happened, but it does seem that this place was definitely a scene of one of the countless battles in the Betrayer War. As you get closer, tell me how you want to approach this. Do you want to walk directly in? Do you want to make yourself known before you go in? Do you want to sneak in? Does someone want to reconnoiter or not? What are you thinking?
I think as soon as Kita secures her shield, she kind of hustles a little bit just to get out front of everybody.
Okay.
But when we start getting close enough, she'll turn back and say, I don't feel like saying anything.
Yeah, I think maybe we're just going to walk sort of almost intentionally loud to go in the opposite direction to make it very obvious that we are approaching. And when we get to the door, that perhaps we will even sort of knock on the door before we say anything.
Okay. So you walk up to the door that leads in, and again, there's You can see broken arrows are lodged in here. There's detritus and whatnot hanging off of them. Coo, 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 coo. It echoes through the empty chamber inside. It's not secured. You push it open, and there's pretty much a clear shot into the center of this room. At one point, there would have been like stairs leading up to higher in the tower. There would have been places inside for barracks or for people to store gear and whatnot. Doors have been broken open, but what you can see in the center, in the pit, there is a fire burning, and you can see there's a stick over it that has a one or two game animals on it. Holy shit, it smells good. When did you guys last eat? There is a pack next to there as well too. There is a bedroll that's laid out a little further away from the fire, and out of one of the clearly one of the holes in the roof that is dripping down into a puddle down here. But what isn't here is any sign of life. What do you guys do?
Farrakis will try the door to see if it is unlocked.
Yep, see if it's locked. Well, you push the door open so you can see inside now. So it is. There's no lock on it. Someone bust the beam that would have kept this thing shut. The hall itself seems to go in. It's about probably about 40 feet by about 60 feet inside for dimensions, and then the ceiling goes fairly high up. There is a staircase that leads in and then up, but it looks like it has been... I'm not sure you'd want to necessarily risk it. It doesn't look like it's in the best state of repair. But in the center of this where this fire is burning, it looks like it has been recently stocked, because there are fresh logs in there that are still, turning color as they're burning in. What are you guys doing?
I would call out, "Hello?"
It echoes in there. Some birds go flying up from somewhere higher in the building.
We mean no harm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you both say it. You both kind of look at each other.
Yeah. We just want to warm up by your fire.
And you hear from in there, "You mean no harm?"
Too tired to harm anything.
You're a laugh from in the shadows. All right, and someone.
As long as you don't try anything.
If I wanted to try something, and then you hear someone step out from behind you. And he lights a little rolled cigarillo. And he says, "I would have done it already. I'm Thurlow Heap. You're welcome to join my fire." I'll put Thurlow in the center here.
I'm Adeliza, and I'll move right into the fire.
Okay.
Begin warming my hands.
There's certainly plenty of places around the fire this place likely accommodated a much bigger group. Adeliza, well met. And you, ma'am? Silent
Gita.
one? Gita. Well met. And you, sir?
I'm Farrakis.
Farrakis. Well, I have food as well, and more than I could finish on my own. Have you eaten?
Not for a long time.
There's a lot of that going around. And he steps inside. Come, let's get inside. We can get some food in you. I haven't any drink, but when he holds, kind of points up to the leaks in the ceiling. There is no shortage of water, fortunately. come. So he sits down and manages to sort of dole out some food. You guys have, I think you're going to have to use your hands, I guess, or maybe if you've got daggers, but doles out this stuff to you. Seems like it's almost, like you've timed your arrival almost perfectly because the food is almost perfectly cooked, although at this point you would happily eat anything. He sits down and starts tucking in as well. Where are you coming from?
So,
You don't strike me as merchants, or if you are, I'm sorry for the turn of luck you've had.
Certainly not merchants.
Mm-hmm. You can tell Farrakis, he's eyeing up Adelaze's swords. Indeed. And yourselves?
What would we term ourselves? Soldiers?
Mercenaries?
Mercenaries?
Any sell swords?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are mercenaries. We have traveled north through Brindlewood Vale towards Norham.
Yeah, I'm heading through the Vale as well, and I'm heading to Norham as well. That is, what's your business in Norham? I don't think they are. From what I hear, they won't be hiring anytime soon. And what you guys can do is you can give us everyone can give us a folklore. Now let me make sure. Is this actually I can use my DM screen or Fate Weaver screen. Folklore is a common skill. The reason that matters is there's two kinds of skills in the game, guys: common skills and special skills. Special skills, if you don't have any training in them whatsoever, you do what's called flip to fail. You roll the dice and you flip them so it's the worst possible result. There's also a flip to success mechanic as well, but folklore is a common skill, so you can go ahead and roll that. I think in this point, it'll give you a plus 10. I think it's I can't remember what the name of it is. So plus 10.
It is routine.
Routine, okay. So go ahead and give us a routine. All right. Now, does anybody wish to spend a fortune point and re-roll?
okay, so how many fortune points do we have? How does
You
that
have
work again?
8. The pool is always 8. If you spend a fortune point, it goes into the misfortune. As soon as I spend misfortune, it goes back to fortune. And just like Doom in Conan, it's like that's part of the fun. You should be spending it. It helps you to surmount the shitty dice results, and it gives me the stuff I need to do cool stuff with adversaries and other complications.
Yeah, so one of us should.
So maybe somebody with a
I've got a
decent
57.
Yeah, and
Try
you
it.
probably have decent intelligence given your
Okay.
caster.
So 1. There we go.
All right. Is this still routine?
Still routine, yeah. Plus 10.
Worse.
So you, I think maybe this is Farrakis. It was his idea to come through here. So hearing that you're likely not going to, that there's something to be at least concerned about is, I think, Gita, maybe this is something you're growing used to, that what Farrakis promises is not always necessarily what happens. And Adelaide, this is just like you've been waiting maybe for the shoe to drop.
Yeah,
And you're
I
like-
think this was, yeah, exactly. And there we go.
Well, I don't mean to. The people of Norham have, from what I hear, fallen on quite hard times. And you seem capable sorts. You're warriors? Yeah?
Yes.
And you've got no certain destination. Well,
Work would be nice.
Gita's trying not to laugh.
I'm assuming that you don't have the indefatigable work ethic of a farmer. I'm assuming that what you mean is you want the pay that comes with work.
Of course.
Tell me, have you heard of the blade of Salvestro Barbato? And you guys can each give us a folklore check at, I think, minus 20. This is a bit of a unusual tale. But Farrakis, of course, has heard of it.
Oh, and I lose by 1 again.
Oh, my God. Anyone want to spend fortune points or no?
No, I don't think it's something that she...
Okay.
She remembers hearing the song in a bar once, but she's too drunk to remember the tale.
Well, and Farrakis, so you heard of the, maybe not the blade of Silvestro Barbato. I'm putting in chat here so you can see the blade of Silvestro Barbato. So Silvestro Barbato is a notorious cutthroat from the island nation of Corbel. He was one of the most successful. It's said that his, he almost could know how to kill his way to fortune. He is, and this is a contemporary. This is not a past legend. This is a contemporary of you guys. And in fact, I think you've heard of him moving his way through. Silvestro Barbato is spoken of in that hushed way that thieves tell their thieving kids to go to bed lest Silvestro Barbato arrive to kill them and take their fortune.
Whoa.
So this is what you know, Farrakis. Adeliza and Gita, no idea. So what do you say, if anything, Farrakis?
He was quite renowned. Maybe not the best reputation, but what is it about this blade
So
that...
Thurlow looks at you and his eye it's almost like a twinkle in his eye. You've heard them.
I have.
What you may not have heard is that Silvestro Barbato's success and his riches came from a supernatural origin. What is said is that his blade would whisper to him, telling him the best place to place his dagger so as to advance his fortune. And it was an unerring weapon. I, for obvious reasons, have been fascinated by the legend once I learned the truth of Silvestro Barbato's the truth behind his fortune. Because it's said that there were others before him and that their riches were built on the whispers of that blade. I have been traveling for 2 years now, tracking down and shadowing the path, the bloodshed and the loss of riches that followed in his wake. And the last place that anyone saw Silvestro Barbato was when he was traveling through Bridmere Vale. I believe that with effort, I believe that something happened to Silvestro Barbato in Norham or elsewhere in the Bridmere Vale. And I believe that his blade waits there. I need not sweeten the pitch then, Farrakis. If you know the legend of the riches of Barbato, you would know what is likely to be found where his body fell. And I want none of it. All I need is allies who will help me find the blade. If you help me find the blade, whatever riches that lie on Barbato's body are yours to enjoy. And Farrakis, you're thinking of all the different legends you've heard, like this is someone who managed to murder his way to like a literal king's ransom. So if he did travel with it, because he was a traveling man, if he traveled with it, the wealth alone. Now, there also is the fact that there is this very secretive dagger, which is a key to wealth. But what do you guys say?
I would be interested. I cannot speak for the others, but I certainly think that this blade and the spoils that would be with it would be worth our while.
He was so dangerous and renowned. How did he fall?
It said the blade offers the key to riches. It does not say that it offers the key to eternal life.
Well, I hear that, but we don't have such blade or an army or any such. What makes us think the four of us can just waltz in and take it from whatever killed him?
We don't have that blade yet. Adeliza?
Anything beats this, what we've been going through so far. Riches. I got food. I got fire. Things have taken a turn here with you, stranger. And I like it.
Good. Good. Then, it is a pact. I've hired you. And I will pay you when we recover the blade of Salvestro Barbato. But first, it is a full day's journey to get to Norham. Shall we take it in shifts then, to rest? So, before we rest, let's talk about rekindling, because that's what you guys will be doing. You will have an opportunity to rekindle, and the reason that matters for you guys, for one, it gives you an opportunity to swap out your talents or techniques if you wish to. And the second thing is there is a fun mechanic in here during rekindlings. Where is it here? I should have put a, what do you call it? Bookmark in here. Here we go. There is a cool mechanic called Revelry. What Revelry is an opportunity to try and ameliorate your distress. There's two ways it can go. There is Revelry or there is Reflection. And what you do is you initiate Revelry, you spend an hour, you're playing music, you're telling war stories or whatever else, and then at the end of it, you make end of the hour, you make a charm test. On a success, the revelers rise one level in their peril condition. On a critical success, they go up 2. On a sublime, they go up 3. On a critical failure, you go down by 1. On a sublime fail, it's down by 2. None of you guys are trained in charm. However, there are 2 of you who have talents slotted that allow you to sub things in for it. So, would either of our heroes who are either bearing an impressive physique or simply possessing finesse, is that what yours is called, finesse?
Yes.
Okay. Would either of you care to indulge in some revelry? And if so, tell us what you're doing.
I think Gita's like back in the taverns of home. Warriors used to test themselves with a drink in one hand, grabbing each other's grip, and may the strongest arm crush the other one into the table. I think you should try that tonight.
You see, Thurlow leans back and looks at you, Adelaide, and says, "I would most certainly enjoy seeing that." And starts puffing on his pipe. So then, Gita, would you give us a toughness check then, please?
Okay. And so part of this is like being tough, but she also wants to put on a bit of a show.
Yeah, oh yeah, because she is...
That's where the charm part, I guess, comes in.
Love it.
All right, so toughness check. Straight up?
Yep. Just a flat toughness check. It's a failure, but you are able to spend a fortune point, not a critical failure. Want to try again?
Sure. Let's do that again.
Right now, there's no penalty. It's only on a critical fail that you get a penalty.
All right, here we go.
All right.
20.
So unfortunately, there is no success, but it does mean that it doesn't mean that you lose anything further. And once you get a full night's sleep, you will see your peril recover by 1 anyway.
And Ferocus? He could try as well.
He can. Let me see here.
Right? Like, can't they both have tried?
Let's see here.
A different kind of test, perhaps?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sure. I don't think it's only one time. Yeah, okay. So what Ferricus could have done is aided with Gita, and I believe the way that works is it increases the difficulty, or in a favorable way, by 1. So what that means is that first one, if Ferricus, were you intending on helping Gita out here?
Definitely.
Okay. Then, that's your assisted. Oh, it's an assist dice, right? That's what it is. You can give us a 1d10 roll.
Oh, right, and you can sub the digit in.
Yeah, so either way, that's unfortunately not not a success. Although, roll for the second one. Well, you can roll a second time. You guys did spend a fortune point to get that second roll, so that'd be a 0-4, which would be a success. So, Adelaza and Ferricus, you can restore your peril condition back up to full.
Nice.
Cool. Or starting level. All right, then.
Only took us like 4 rolls and a fate point.
Okay.
4 rolls, a fortune point, and a fortune.
Or a fortune, yeah.
All right, then what I'd like everyone to do is kindly go to the top of it. There is a section, top of your character sheet, there is a section that says Chaos Dice. Would you each roll 1 Chaos Dice, please?
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Chaos.
would you each roll 2 Chaos Dice?
So you just change it to +2, right?
Yes, exactly. Chaos manifests when you roll a 2.
Oh no!
So
I'm pretty sure pair of 6s is really bad.
Pair of 6s, it means that Adelaza is the one who is on watch when something interesting happens. Give me a second here. All right. Okay. See here. Yes. Okay. Then, Adelaza, you are resting. Tell us what's going through your mind as you are on watch.
Probably, just like, this is a good turn of events. I think like she's probably feeling positive. Like, this is good. Her stomach's full. She's warm. She's hopeful that the stranger will have, fruitful information that could lead us to treasure.
Okay.
It's all positive. I think she's so, daydreaming almost of,
Yeah.
back to a life that she was used to with, food and a
Yeah,
warm bed.
it's been a tasty meal that you had as well. Okay, then what I would like you to do, please, is go ahead and give us an awareness check at minus 20.
So difficult or hard, what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember what the... To be honest, between playing this and Rogue Trader, they have different nomenclature for the difficulties.
It's awareness, right?
Awareness, please, yeah.
It's hard.
Hard is minus 20, okay.
Minus 20, yeah. Oh, so close.
Okay, you want to fortune point that, or...
I mean, I only have a 25% chance, so no. Roll 20 is not going to be my friend there, I don't think.
Okay.
Let's be real here, Kevin. This is roll 20.
So you are... tell us what you're staring at the fire, or what are you doing?
Yeah, probably daydreaming. Probably,
Yeah.
Maybe like cleaning up the pot, licking the pot.
Yeah. Okay, so what you can hear then is... Oh gosh, unfortunately, I don't think you hear anything from this. So allow me to get some stuff set up here.
Allow me to get that turn order out again.
Yeah. Well, this is the great thing. I love that I don't roll initiative in this. Like, there's a lot of... there are a lot of games where it's all one side or all the other side, and like Symbaroum does that, and the Cypher System does that. I like rolling for some things in it because it just I like picking up them dice and justifying my purchases, but it's also pretty awesome having. I don't really care how I do an initiative. I care more how you do in it. So, what happens, Adeliza? Let me add a turn here. And what is their initiative? That much? I mean, you guys are fine. So, one thing that I like a great deal about this, and something that actually Ryan had pointed out, Blackbirds has a very cool and very simple surprise mechanic. And Adeliza is surprised. If you were not surprised, the others are asleep. If you were not surprised, you would get your 3 points or 3 AP of actions and then be able to go. But because you are surprised, it means that I can take my actions, and you don't get to defend because you don't have any points. Fortunately, there's only one coming in on you. The others are moving towards your sleeping allies. Wait a minute. Where the heck is Thurlow? There are
the Spider Master. Yeah.
So one's going over there. One's going over there. They're not quite at you guys yet, but Adeliza, I will get an attack on you, and I get plus 20 for surprise. So I'll roll in chat. This is a 65% chance of success. That is a hit, but not a crit. Something surprises you and sinks its mandibles into you. You take... ! 7. How does that compare? I'm not sure that gets through your armor.
Armor.
What's your damage threshold? So if
Oh,
you're looking
9. Yeah, 9. Sorry.
Yeah, so 9. The reason that armor matters because certain things. I think both of you guys have the same. Gita and Adeliza, you've got a Gambison, which gives you 3. There are certain weapons like spears that can get through armor. So that's where that would matter. And the difference is the number at the top there is with armor. The number at the bottom on the left is the without armor. This hits you, but does not get through your armor. So then, top of the round, Adeliza, what are you doing?
Okay. Just the combat
I'm going to double check and make sure I did.
thing. Just make sure. Do I have a full 3 points this time or no?
Start of your turn is when you get your 3 points.
Okay. don't see one.
Shit,
it's
shit,
just a
hold on, that's what it was.
free action to yellow,
I was double
isn't
checking
it?
to make sure I didn't. The other thing is I do 1d6 extra damage against surprised target, so I need to roll 1 extra d6. I always thought there was something else there. What about a 12?
Oh yeah, that easily hits me.
Okay. So then that is brings you down by 1. So you're not, what is it, lightly wounded or something like that?
Yeah, lightly wounded.
Okay. All right, so you can feel it. This thing's on you. Then, let's see here. You cry out, and that will allow everyone to be awake. So, you know what? I'm going to justify my second one here. Let's open up. Damn. I have multiple copies of the book out. And we've got as well too for Christmas or for Yule, all of our players. Thank you to the folks who support us on Patreon, who put up with our ads, who buy stuff from a Redbubble shop. All of our players have a copy of the Blackbirds core rulebook now.
I haven't bought anything from Redbubble in a while.
So,
so I guess
oh, actually, sorry, I'm checking on Farrakis. I think he gets to make a check to try and wake up here. All right.
Oh, because he goes before
Yeah, his
me?
initiative is before you. So why don't we do this? Well, if on a successful awareness at plus 20, then Farrakis will start taking a turn. So give us an awareness check at plus 20, and then you'll be awake during this. You'll have been woken up during the surprise round, and then you can start taking actions.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So you got 3 AP. Standing costs you 2 AP. Readying a weapon costs you, I believe, 0. As long as it's in a dagger or a sheath.
Okay.
So what are you thinking?
He would pull out the dagger.
And there is, there are 2 spiders that are crawling towards you. One on the ground, one on the wall. Both of them are about a stride away. They're not actually engaged yet.
He will try to, I guess, throw the dagger at one of them.
His throwing dagger, sure. Okay, so you got 3 AP. Are you standing or are you doing it from the ground?
I'll stand.
Okay, so you hop up with your 2 AP and then go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. First attack.
So you just click on your dagger. That should make the roll for you.
Okay.
And then it'll prompt you for a modifier. Okay, so that's a solid hit. And then let's see here. I did save for defense. So this thing's going to try and dodge, which is a 50%. Let's see. 50% chance success. Oh, hold on, but your thing is fast. So it's a 60 or a 40% chance. Fast means it's harder to dodge. But unfortunately, that is enough. So it sinks into the wall. You could spend fortune points to gain extra actions if you want to bank anything for defenses. Or are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a fortune point so that I have a point.
You got it. Okay. Then it is Spider City. All right. Now, because we are in, let me double check one more thing here. In the opening round, this is what I wanted to check. After surprise is done, then in the opening round, everyone begins with their full complement of AP. So you guys can choose to defend now. You can or spend your AP to defend. Gita, I do need you to give us an awareness check first. See if you're awake. And that's awareness at plus 20. Adelaide says many things. Quiet is not one of them. Easy, yeah. So you're awake as well. All right, so then I've got this one on you, Adelaide. Let's see here. First, the attack, now that it's done, is only a 45. So, sublime failure on that, which means, I Holy smokes.
Misses, falls out of the tower, and has to regroup.
Okay, where is it? Be under attack, I'll bet. Oh, Sublime Failure would reduce it's something that reduces wear and tear. I'm going to let you make a free strike on them.
Cool.
So go ahead with whichever weapon you choose.
Okay. So
You cannot dodge
just gotta
a
remember
free
what
strike.
it says. Yeah, long. So just click on the word, right?
Just click on the word. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so one thing, make sure you're only rolling one fury dice.
Fury
Oh,
dice.
yeah, no. You know what? So your lone wolf. Ignore me. Your damage dice. I was saying you should only roll one, but you can roll two because you're outnumbered, right? Doesn't your lone wolf trigger then?
Oh, right. How do I control that? There. Yeah. It's on the thing. Okay,
Got it. Okay. That is a critical failure. So that is your longsword will be worn down by one, is degraded by one, which means does one less damage now until you get a chance to repair it. So you sort of swing at this thing as it comes in. It skitters across the ground. Sparks fly. It has two more actions. I'm going to take one more attack on you. Miss. And then I've got another one that is going to leap at you, Adeliza. Oop, wrong thing. Let's see here. Just barely hit. Would you like to defend?
I can't. I don't have any action points.
Oh, no. Remember, you start the turn for normal combat with 3.
Oh,
Yeah. Only in the surprise round are you restricted. Do you want to spend your AP will refresh on your turn.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, for sure. Then I would, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give us a parry or dodge, whichever you prefer.
That's on main, right?
No, it's on combat. All combat stuff is on the combat tab. If you look up under the under where you have your initiative, there is a parry and a dodge button.
Oh, there they are. Okay. Okay, here we go. Parry.
Okay. You want to fortune point that?
Yeah, okay, sure, why not?
Okay. There you go.
Holy crap.
So you
Nice.
batter that one aside, and then it's saving one for a dodge. Gita, one of these is charging you, so go ahead and give us a free strike with your spear.
I haven't acted yet and got my spear.
Well, you got... Oh, your spear's not out. Yeah, you have 3 AP, so all you can do is really dodge or parry with your bare hands. So...
Yeah, so
What-
I think she'll dodge. She gets an extra action point because we're outnumbered
Yes.
from her counts.
Yep. So you would start with that. So it's 4 AP you've got to try and avoid stuff here. So my first strike, I got a 45 against you. I got a hit on my first strike. You want to parry that or dodge?
These spiders are gonna kill us.
Try and dodge it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll your dodge. Yeah, easy. So you roll out of the way. I'm going to spend a second one trying to attack you. I get minus 10 on this, and then the way it works is if there's a modifier for the attacks, it's an inverse of that goes to the defense. So I got minus 10 to hit, means you're going to get plus 10 to defend.
Okay.
So it's a 35. That's a miss. And then that's it. Or I'm going to save the last one. The other one is charging in. So I get plus 2. I'll be rolling extra dice of damage if I hit. 45 as a miss. I'm going to spend a miss fortune to re-roll. Let's see if we can keep this interesting here. And sublime success. Oh, fuck. All right, so sublime success on an attack.
And you can only
is-
dodge once per round.
Plus 2 damage. Well, the thing is, on a critical success, which is doubles or a sublime success, you can't parry or dodge. You can't defend against it.
Okay, yeah. That's totally
Okay,
fair.
fortunately, I'm only rolling 3. Oh, it's a... Oh, boy. Let's see here. Okay. Sorry. 13. How does that compare to your defenses?
My damage threshold?
Yeah, look at your damage threshold, and then how far, how many ticks up. Let me actually take a look. I can talk you through where we are. Okay, so your damage threshold is... Hell yeah. Okay, so you this includes your shield. Let me show you something. You see where it says equip and unequip underneath there for your shield?
So that little diamond?
Yeah, there you go. So that's with just your armor. That means, what I roll?
1.
13. It's only
9.
1. So you move yourself down by 1 to lightly wounded.
Lightly wounded.
Okay, and then I have only 1 more left. I'm going to save that for defending. And then Farrakis, you got 1 coming in on you. Needs to stride in, and then it attacks. This will be against 45. Holy shit. Wait, did I just roll 100 or I rolled D100? I just rolled 100. Come on, Madison. There you go. So that is a hit. You want to defend against that?
Yes.
What would you like to do, parry or dodge?
I will dodge.
Okay, go right ahead. So dodge is just next to parry, underneath damage threshold, under the combat tab.
Under the damage threshold?
Underneath damage threshold, there is there's your initiative thing, and then under that is parry on one side, dodge on the other.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
You want fortune point that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. There you go. So you get yourself out of the way. I'm going to save the last one for defense, and then this last one leaps in on you. It's going to charge just like it did with Gita, so this will be plus 1d6 damage. That is a hit, not a crit. You can defend against... Oh, you got none left.
No points.
Shit. Okay, so 2d6, exclamation mark, plus 5. Come on, roll low. 9! So I think that's only 1 hit on you, isn't it? Your damage threshold is a 4.
Right.
Okay, so just move yourself 1 down in the damage condition. All right. So we have... Each of you is surrounded by 1 spider each. Adelaisa, you have full 3 AP. What are you doing?
Okay, so I'll make an attack.
One thing I'll remind you too, if you have a shiv in your offhand, because it's an offhand weapon, it adds plus 1 damage.
Right. Melee attack is 1 AP. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So
remember, you can do extra different varieties of attacks too. You can do a targeted attack, which costs 2 AP, but allows you to pick a part of the body to hit and impose a condition on the target. If you just want to do damage to these things are about they're about
Right.
2 feet long.
Impose the kill condition with your sword.
Okay, so here we go. Roll with my sword, which does 1 less damage.
Okay, wait, Rick is chipped. Here we go.
Oh, come on.
You know, fortune point that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Come on, game.
Ah, shit.
Roll
All right, so
20.
first attack is a miss. You got 2 more AP. What do you want to do with those? Is your Agitite Swordmaster active right now?
Yes. So I'm going to definitely use 1 point to use my defense.
Okay.
My, what's it called? Barovi's guard.
Okay.
So spend 1 AP, and until end of turn, I can parry or dodge with 0.
Okay.
Which means I do have 1 point left.
Yeah. And you can spend remember, you can spend fortune points to get more APs.
Right. Can I do a second attack? Is that how it works?
Yeah. It's minus 10.
Right, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Stupid.
Here we go. So minus 10 on this attack. Go right ahead.
Yeah,
Come
so
on.
just click.
Get that crit. Let's see a crit going here.
I'm not feeling very confident with the roll 20. Here we go. Minus 10. Nope. And it waits to roll under my 59.
Do you want to spend? You want to fortune point that?
No. I just live with the.
All right. Next up is Gita. What are you doing, Gita? Your AP refresh. You're 4 AP.
She has going to get her stand up. That's 2.
Okay, so it's 2.
Get her shield.
I think readying the shield is 1 AP, but getting your spear out is nothing. It's free.
Is this like standing on the wall kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, then she'll get her spear and she'll stab it at the spidericious.
Okay, so go ahead. Make your attack roll.
Spear.
Come on. Critical failure. Your spear is now worn. So it skids across the throne. Sparks come out. You can feel you stab directly into this. All right. Then that is the end of round 1, guys. My initiative stays the same, but each of you gets to roll now. So everyone click on your token and then click on initiative.
I'm not sure we were on a roll, Kevin.
Let's just role play this out, guys.
Yeah. Oh
we just
my
talk?
gosh.
Here we go.
Pocket spiders.
10. And there you go, Adelaide. All right, heroes always go first. Adelaide, you're up first. You're back 3 AP once again. What are you doing?
Attacking.
Okay.
There we go. Hey!
Yes! I'll roll defense. No modifier. I need 50, a 50% chance of dodging. How about I roll a D100 instead of just typing in 100? Just manages to get out of the way. You have 2 more actions, or 2 more AP.
So second attack at minus 10.
Okay.
Nope.
Can I hero point that or a fortune point that?
No, I'll keep going.
Okay.
And I'll spend my last action point to take my guard again.
Okay. Then spider in on Adelaide. Number 1, it's a miss. Number 2, this is at a 35. Miss. And I'll save the last one for defense. Fuck it, these are spiders. He'll attack you again. Miss as well. All right, the number 3, we got 1 attack on you. 45, miss. 35, miss. 25, miss. So those things are coming in on you and just cannot get a good angle on you. Gita.
Well, we haven't hurt them yet, so they're getting brave. They're just
definitely,
like, oh.
yeah, they're not afraid of you any longer. Gita, we got, let's see here. Number 1 attack, 45, just barely hit you. Do you have any AP left? I don't think so,
no,
right?
I used 2 to get up 1. Yeah, I used
Okay, so this is 26 plus 5. 8, I don't think gets through your armor, though.
Nope.
Okay, so it connects with you. You can feel its fangs sink in. Yeah, and you pull your leg back like, Jesus, they're much closer than you thought. Number 2, this is a 35. Miss. 25. Hit. 6. Nation mark plus. Oh, again, not through the armor. All right, then number 2, this is a 45. Hits. Roll d6, exclamation mark, plus 5. It's still not through the armor. Make sure you've got your shield equipped so you get that damage threshold bonus too.
Yeah, I've got that.
Got it, okay. 35, it's a hit as well. Exclamation mark, plus 5. 10?
Right on because of the shield.
Oh, no! So then he gets you. Reduce your damage by 1. What does that put you at? Are you injured at all yet?
Oh, maybe I'm not. I put myself to lightly wounded last time, but.
Yep, so then 1 more tick down.
Moderately wounded?
Moderately wounded. Would you roll 1 chaos dice for us? Do not roll a 6. No injury. Then the last one is 25. Oh, narrowly misses you.
Man, there's like 3
Second
hits on me.
spider, 45. Hits. Jeepers. 6 plus. 26 exclamation mark. Plus 5. Doesn't get through your armor. Next one is at 35 and then 25. Farrakis.
Wow.
45.
I had
Miss.
reached-
35. Just barely hits. Exclamation mark. Plus 5. Whoa! 15. Where does that put you on your damage threshold?
Oh no.
Oh man.
Let's see here, Farrakis.
Is that the second one?
15. That is 1, 2, 3. So put yourself 3. I think you're at critically wounded right now.
Oh my god.
Seriously wounded?
Is
Seriously?
it? Well, you
yeah.
got to go 3 down from where you are. It would be moderate,
Yeah.
seriously critical.
1, 2, 3. Oh, grievously.
Grievously wounded. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, grievously is only. Would you roll 2 chaos dice for us?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, no. Yeah, no injury. Beautiful. And then at a 25. Oh, Farrakis, would you kindly give us a counterattack?
Right.
So I guess your shiv. You threw your dagger.
Shiv.
Yeah. So go ahead and make an attack with a shiv. You want to fortune point that?
Goodness. No, I won't. I
Okay.
won't fortune point that.
And then the last spider, 45, is a hit on Farrakis. 6.
Oh my
Plus 5. 8 is only one more. I believe that puts you down to critically wounded.
I was just going to say, Kev, I thought you rolled 3 spiders on me.
That would go to slain. If
I rolled
go-
three attacks on you for each of them, didn't I?
3 attacks each?
Yeah, 3 attacks from each spider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay.
So then you give us 3 chaos dice, Farrakis.
Okay.
So, you can do it.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh.
Farrakis, would you kindly, let's see here.
Make a new character.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed your time playing Blackbirds. Let's see here.
We hope the other person who played this character isn't upset when they found their day.
Yeah.
Grievous
So, Sean.
injury. Is that what we want? Yeah.
Well, let's get our friend.
Would you give us
magician
a 1d6 roll, please, Farrakis?
Kev just
1.
wanted to do the second half as a character session 0 for our
Compound
Blackbirds of
fracture.
Yule.
Seeing one's bone poke through one's skin is a troubling thing to experience, causing the victim to immediately receive a 3d10 plus 1 peril. So would you give us a roll of 3d10 plus 3, Farrakis, and compare that to your peril threshold?
Oh no.
3, 9, and I'm at 7 peril, so that's 2.
So you've seen worse. I love how tough he is. He's like, oh no, hold on. What is your
I would go down. I'm at 7. My peril threshold is 7.
Yeah, so it needs to. So it means it's only 1 because I've only beaten the 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it has. If it hits 13, then it would be 2. Only goes down by 1. All right. Then the last thing I'm going to do is spend 3 fortune points. So I had some good news and bad news, guys. You guys are getting a whole bunch of points back. I'm sort of misfortune points. Schwack. Farrakis is covered in webs right now.
Oh no.
You may not move or take any actions, and reactions are flipped to fail. You make a challenging -10 athletics test at the beginning of each of your turns to break free. It is free to do that. You don't waste any actions. So then, Gita, you've seen these things have attacked Farrakis. You think he's got a busted leg, and I think you can mark injuries under combat or somewhere on there. You have a broken bone. Gita, you have 4 actions or 4 AP. What are you doing?
Yeah, I was just looking at the combat action. So, like, movement is just 1? Or like,
Yeah, take a stride is 1, but you are engaged with things. You would have to maneuver, which I think is 2.
So maneuver to 2 to get
Unless you
my
want to take
spear?
3 strikes.
No.
What is it you're thinking of doing?
Well, I need to get my spear because I don't have a second weapon.
No, you have your spear. That's what one of your actions you spent.
But it skidded out of my hand with my 99.
No. It's skidded. Sorry. The poor description on my part. It skidded across the floor. You didn't drop it. It's worn
okay.
now. It's doing 1 less damage. You're gonna have to sharpen the edge at the end of this fight.
Okay, I understand.
Sorry about that, Dave.
I
was
thought
sorry
it
about
was disarmed. So
No,
I was
no.
trying to plan out how to get my weapon back.
No. It'll take more than that to
will-
have that tough lady drop her spear. So, what would you like to do?
Then I'm going to start with skewering one of these little guys.
Please do. Yeah, they have no defenses right now, so you just need to hit. You want to fortune point that?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, come on.
99, 96, 94. Should I...
Okay, well, you got those out of your system. That was 1 action, so 3 more actions
Yeah.
left. What would you like to do next?
Oh, my character sheet just closed. I'm going to have to open it up again. That had nothing to do with me rolling 99. I will attack again.
Okay, so it's be a minus
Right.
10.
Here.
Here we go, come on.
Minus 10. I like it more challenging.
Yep. There you go. 11. 11 is, let's see here, 1. Okay, so it is only 1 hit on it, but it is 1 thus far. Now, what you could do is spend a fortune point to add 6 to that to bring it down so it starts suffering wounds.
That's one of the fortune point spins?
Yep.
Yep, let's do that.
Okay, so that's 2 wounds then. So would you kindly give us 1 chaos dice roll? You need to roll, and you do want to roll a 6 this time. Oh. Okay. That was 2 AP. You got 2 AP left.
Okay, I will attack again.
Okay.
That'll
Yep, so this is
keep-
minus 20 now.
Okay.
Let's see, a critical. You want to fortune point that?
Sure, let's
Okay.
do it.
You got it. Come on. Let's see that. Ah! All right, you have 1 more left. You want to save that for a defense, or...
Yeah, I'll save that for defense.
Okay. Farracus, you're up next. First, give us an athletics check against minus 10. You are in webs.
All right.
Come on.
Minus 10?
Minus 10. Yes, you're free.
Wow. All right.
3 AP,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Well, I think Ferkus will try to drive his shiv into the nearest
I will remind you
spider.
guys, and I'm not saying that Farracus necessarily has one, your extinguish abilities refresh after a rekindling. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, all of your extinguish actions would be rekindled. The downside is you do not gain access to any of your techniques otherwise. You get to use that, and then that means none of your techniques will be active. So, Farracus, what are you doing? 3 actions, 3 AP.
All right. First is a shiv to the nearest spider.
Please do. They have no defenses. You just need to connect. That is a connect. If you spend a fortune point, that'll bump the damage so it takes 2. Want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's-
Go ahead and roll 1 chaos dice. You want to roll a 6 here. Oh, 2 more AP. What do you want to do with those?
do another 1 more shiv attack,
Okay.
and I'm gonna save the last one.
Okay, so that would have been minus 10. You want to fortune point that?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. You got it. Go ahead and reroll.
Is
Minus
this
10.
minus 10?
Yeah, for a second attack.
Damn.
Okay. Then you save the last one for defense.
Yes.
Okay, then at the end of the round, you hear someone drop down from on high. Schwack. It is your new buddy, Thurlow Heap. Get off of him! And he stabs one of the spiders, killing it. Now, why don't we take our mid-session break, guys, and then we will kick off next with a rolling initiative. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily.
Hey, Jeff, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just messing with settings over here. Didn't want to screw that up.
Oh, we got to turn it around. Well, you know, it's not our fault, though. It's all Roll20's fault.
There's a curse. There's a curse that is wretched upon the land of Roll20. And
Okay.
Honestly, Roll20 just hates me.
Okay, Jamie, I don't see your camera in Roll20 any longer.
Okay.
It only takes you in on Fridays, Jeff.
I know, just ridiculous.
Okay. All right, so then, guys, if everyone could, we're on round 3. If everyone could click on their token and then go ahead and click on initiative.
Oh, we got some active chat tonight.
Yeah, hey, everybody. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday night. Hope you're mercifully free of attacking spiders. Okay, 10. Oh, Adeliza.
Sorry, I'm behind here.
Hey, 16 for Gita. But you did activate your thing. So, Gita, you're up first. You got 4 AP. What are you doing?
Try and spear the injured one.
Please do. It has not refreshed yet, so come on. There, you know, fortune point that.
How many do we have in the pool? Is that
3 left.
3.
Don't worry about exhausting the pool. It'll come back. Again, it's part of the.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do it.
Awesome. Look at that. 9. That is then another. Go ahead and roll 2 fortune points. You could, or sorry, 2 chaos dice. You could spend a fortune point and make me roll 3. Okay. That was only one of your actions. You still have 2 more. 3 more. 3 more AP.
Yeah, I'm going to attack again.
Okay. Come on, so minus 10. If it's just a straight up attack. No fortune point that.
No.
Okay. Then you have 2 more AP. Is that one at minus 30? Oh, yeah, it is already. Yeah, 60, 39. Eesh. Or minus 20, not minus 30.
That's at minus 20, and I'll save my last point for...
Save your last point for defenses. Okay, then it is spider time. All right, so we got... Let's see here. Farracus, we got 1 on you. Actually, you know what? Let's live dangerously. Look at all those points I got here. Who's later in the round? Farracus and Adeliza. Here we go. You're covered in spider webs, both of you. You will need to make a athletics at minus 10 to act, and then I got no more. I got 1 more I can attack. Adeliza, and Adeliza, you cannot defend against this, unfortunately. So this is a 45. Miss! Still doesn't get to you. 35. That's a hit. So 26 plus, exclamation mark, plus 5. Does not get through your armor, and then this is against a, how do I put my fingers in the right place? 25. I hit again. God dang. Exclamation mark. Less.
He rolled 20.
Still
It's
not
the same
through.
D100.
All right. That is all. Oh, I got Gita. Yes, right. I got
Can't
2.
even roll enough 90s, I don't think.
What's that?
I don't think he's rolling enough 90s.
What I need to get is a critical failure or a sublime failure again. I've already had 2 sublime failures. All right, so Gita, attack number 1, 45. Miss. 35. Miss. I'm going to go for broke here. 25. Hit. Want to defend? This one you'll get plus 20, and if you're using your shield, it's defensive. You also get plus 10 on top of that. So you get plus
so
30 to your defense, to your parry.
Yeah, that's parry plus 30.
Yeah, just a parry roll.
It's the true parry.
At plus 30. Oh, yeah. So you get that shield up and in the way, and then I got my second spider. Do you have any AP left?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so this is just, if I hit 45, 35, 25. Oh, narrow misses. All right, so then, that's not even close to a narrow miss. Farracus, get yourself out of that web. How did you get back in there?
Right. I cannot get away from this sticky ass
Athletics
thing.
at minus 10, please.
All right.
Come on. Oh, nice. 3 AP. What are you doing with it?
All right. The
Farrakis by body weight is about 25% sharp shit, so that does make sense that you would easily cut yourself free.
yeah, it does. I think he's gonna shiv again this spider nearest him.
Okay.
With the first point.
That's normal. He has no defenses. Critical fail. So your dagger is now worn as well too. You miss, and so if you put down that you're change the description of your dagger to be worn shiv, or just note it somewhere that it's worn. Each of you guys will have to be maintaining your gear tomorrow. All right, so that's one. You can't re-roll that, unfortunately, because it's a critical fail. But you have 2 more actions, and you can spend fortune points again to gain action points as well.
He's got another shiv, so he'll probably just switch to that one.
Okay, so here's the reason the other shiv is helpful or is useful is not because necessarily you need to attack with a second weapon. It's because it has an offhand quality. Yeah, which gives you plus 10 or plus 1 to damage.
Okay, all right. Then
So-
he's gonna do that with the offhand on that other
Go
shiv.
ahead. So the second one will be minus 10.
Okay.
You want to hear a fortune point?
Definitely.
Yep. Okay.
And it's minus 10.
There you go. 17. Okay, so, and this is on the injured one. 17 to, if you, so here's 2 ways to go about this. These things are unfaded, which means as soon as you get an injury on it, it dies. If you spend if you spend a fortune point to add 6 to the damage, though, it automatically dies. So do you want to risk rolling 3 chaos dice and trying to get a 6? Or do you want to spend a fortune point to kill it outright?
I'll spend the point to kill it outright.
There you go. All right. So that one, oh, of course it's the one in initiative. Oh, dang. All right.
I could have told you that was.
Yeah, it's really the I want to put a dot on the one, or I'll put a green dot on the one that is initiative. How come I don't do this in every game? Like that
smart.
seems like a much smarter way of handling things.
I thought you put them in the corner, like in some games.
In some games, I duplicate it and put it in a corner, yeah. But here we go. So it's Farrakis' turn. Farrakis, that was 2 actions. You still have 1 more AP, and you can spend fortune points to get AP if you'd like.
Oh well.
I forgot.
I guess. So if I attack once more, I could still use a fortune point and use that for a defense.
Yeah, you could still. Yeah, and then spend a fortune point to have an AP in reserve. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Then he'll do that. He'll take another attack with the shiv.
Okay, so you go over to one of the ones. You want to attack that one that's injured?
I do.
Next to Gita. Okay, so I think you would need to. I think you would need to stride, so you actually would need to spend a fortune point to get 1 extra AP to move over, and then you can spend an AP to attack, and then you can spend another fortune point to bank for a action point.
Yeah, let's go big.
Heck yeah.
Let's go big. All right. So he's gonna move over and hope like hell he can hit. Is this
there is a
button?
okay? So in this one, that's what I was looking at. I can't remember. There are some of those Vinehander games where you can flank. I don't remember if this is one of the ones you could. Conditional effects or actions here. Actions in combat. Here we go. Flanking is 1 AP. All that does is it grants everyone who's fighting that thing plus 10 to hit. Let's see here. I just want to see if it includes a stride. If it does, then you can get plus 10 to hit. Let's see here. Flank. Okay, so you would need to move in. You have to spend another AP to flank it to grant yourself and Gita plus 10 to hit it. So just go ahead and give us an attack at minus 20. Unless you want to spend yet another AP.
No,
Okay.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All the fortune points are gone. Critical fail again. So it's It's again going down. But you did say it was the other one, so both of your weapons, both your shivs are worn now. You still have 1 AP in reserve. Adeliza, would you give us an athletics check at -10, please?
I just edited my weapon and changed the name to...
to worn? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because there's 3 different conditions of it. There's worn, and I can't remember what the next 2 ones are. But there is a mechanical quality during things. Look at that. Adeliza, you tear yourself out. What do you want to do? You get 3 AP.
Attack this stupid spider.
Please do.
Kill the green one, because that way the dot goes away, and then...
Then you don't have initiative anymore.
Yes!
Oh, big hit. Okay, so a 10 is 1. If you spend a fortune point, you could bring that down by another... Right now, it is not suffering a wound yet. You want to spend a fortune point?
Oh, but it would add a 6 to it if I did?
If you spend a fortune point, add 6 to you. What it is technically is you count a d6 as if it rolled a 6, but then you get to re-roll it. So basically, it's
right.
Just,
so it's the same.
Yeah. Add 6.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
okay.
that.
So then that brings it down to that. Go ahead and give us 1 chaos dice roll, please.
Come on, 6.
Ah.
Of course, the opposite.
Okay. You have 2 more AP.
Another attack.
Okay. Come on, that should be -10.
Yeah. Challenging.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, which don't you have a thing that allows you to reduce the multiple action penalty for agitate?
Well,
I thought you had one ability or one technique that allowed you to. Oh yeah, that was your.
right. If I wanted,
Misislav's open.
Yes, right. If I wanted to.
Yeah, you can't use reactions, but you don't take penalties for making attacks beyond the first.
Right.
So you just go nuts with your sword. All right,
Yeah,
that is a
I'm not
hit, though.
gonna
Holy
do that
smokes!
right
And
here.
18 is 1, 2. You told me you had your shiv out to get that +1 damage, right? I thought I heard that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's 19 damage. That is 1, 2, 3. That is, what does it look like as this spider dies?
I think she just was like struggling to figure out where to hit this thing, and finally just turns her sword the long way and just chops right down its whole body.
Whack! This thing cuts and
She's been
peels
like
apart.
stabbing at it, and it's been dodging, and it's just like, nah.
Yeah.
Whack.
All right, now you have you still have 1 AP left. What would you like to do with that?
There's 2 on.
1 on you, 2 on Gita.
Oh, there's still 1 on me. Yeah, then I'll use my point for my defensive maneuver.
Okay, all right. Then, let's see here. Thirdlow will kill another spider. End of the round, run around 4 guys. Everyone click on your token. Click on initiative. Let's see how you do. Nice. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Beat 13. Gita, beat 13. Yes, nice, guys. All right, Gita, now you only have 3 because you are not outnumbering these things any longer. You got an injured one right now, or you seem to be wearing it down, at least not injured.
Okay, just looking to see my... okay, no, my parry came after. And these guys were no longer outnumbered?
You're no longer outnumbered, no.
I don't get that +1
No.
AP. So.
Adelaide, remember, you get your dual active skill, +10 to hit this one because you're fighting 1-to-1.
Yeah, now if there's only 1.
Okay. That is a miss. You want to spend a fortune point?
Nope. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Why not? Let's finish.
Heck yeah.
I find in this game, you just want to keep them going back and forth. Right?
Yeah. I get to do fun stuff with what do you call it, with their actions. All right, so unfortunately, that first one is a miss. You got 2 more actions.
Second attack.
Second attack. Okay, so this is -10.
Yep.
You know, get that there, solid hit. That's 8 points. That's done by... So, Dave, would you give us a... Here's what you can do. You can roll 2d6 with looking for sixes. So 2 chaos dice looking for an injury. Or you can give me a fortune point or a misfortune point and roll 3d6 looking for an injury. What are you thinking?
I'm going to roll 2.
2. Go ahead and roll 2. Ah. Okay. You have one more action. What would you like to do? One more AP. You attack again, or you want to save it?
I'll save it for defense.
Okay. Adelaisa, what are you doing? 3 AP, and you got plus 10 to hit this thing now because of that. You don't get your lone wolf bonus any longer. So just drop the damage of your sword down by 1.
Right. Whoops, not 0. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so first one is plus 10. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Critical.
Oh, but it's a crit.
Crit
Oh, yes.
cannot defend. Go ahead and roll. Oh, so a 7. Oh, it's terrible in the Fury dice.
I know. Damage was horrible.
So that's only 1. If you give me spend a fortune point, you could make me roll 1 injury.
Yeah. Let's load you right up again.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll 1 chaos dice.
Here we go. Make it worth it. Oh, so close.
2 more actions. What would you like to do?
Let's do another attack.
Okay.
Come on, good roll. No.
You know, fortune point that?
No, I'll leave 1 around in case someone else needs it.
Okay.
And I'll take my defensive guard again.
Okay. Then it is Farrakis. What are you doing?
Farrakis will, I guess if I'll spend the first point to flank.
Okay, nice. So both you and Gita have plus 10 to hit that one now.
And he will swing his worn shiv towards it.
So this is a plus 10 to hit.
Okay.
Did you damage both your shivs?
Yeah.
All damaged all our weapons.
You want to fortune point that, or?
Oh no, I'll leave that for now.
Okay.
Geez, I guess I'll save my last point
For defense?
then. Yeah.
Well, don't worry. On spider time.
Yeah, it's like, I got 7 points. That's like 3 more.
I got tons. I got to get them back in your pool. There we go. Alrighty. So Adelaisa and Gita this time. You guys are completely covered in webbing. Everyone, we're on around 5. Oh, and he's going to hang back. He feels you guys have this. Then, let's have everyone click on your token and go ahead and click on initiative. We're on round 5. There you go. Oh, okay. But you did got that. You've got that 1 bank still, Gita. So at least you got some kind of defense here. Farrakis, you're up first. What are you doing?
If Gita's in the web, can I still flank?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Okay. Then the shiv is going towards this one.
Okay, go right ahead. Come on. Plus 10 to hit. Yes. Solid hit. Did not save anything. So 8 is enough to bring it down to 5. So would you give us, wrong button, Madison, would you give us a 3 chaos dice roll, please? Come on. There it is. What does it look like as it dies?
The broken shiv goes straight through the abdomen of this spider, and its legs just curl in.
Nice.
And Farrakis, sort of peels it off of the shiv.
Okay, so that was only 1 of your actions. You have 2 more.
All right, I'll try to move into flanking position on the other one.
So I think you have to engage with it as 1 AP, stride over to engage with it, then 1 AP to flank it, which would give plus 10 to hit. Do you want to spend a fortune point and get another AP?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you want to attack with that, or you want to save it for defense?
I want to attack.
Yes, that's spirit. Minus 10 on this one? But no, but it'll net out. So regular roll.
Standard. Okay.
Yeah, because of your flanking. And there it is! 17! Holy smokes, that's 1, 2, and then you have a second one out that's actually 18. if you had one more damage, if it wasn't worn, it would be enough to hit it. You could spend a fortune point, add 6 to that to make it have 1, 2, 3. It would go down. Actually, that would kill it outright.
Let's kill it.
Okay. What does it look like as you kill this thing?
I think with his offhand, same. Even maybe the spider is still on the other shiv.
Yeah.
And then comes over with the second shiv.
Well, these are about 2 feet across. Like they're not small.
Okay. So
Okay.
well then at this very similar, but with the offhand is able to stab it through the abdomen and peel it off again of his shiv next to the other carcass.
So that one is down. All right, then hold on here. I need to check one. Oh, you know what? I can check on your character sheet. Let's see here. What I'd like is for Farrakis, would you mind giving us I think it is an awareness check at plus. So awareness check at plus 20. You want to fortune point that?
Yes.
Okay. So this is down, and then Farrakis, what you feel from outside, there is it's not a correct descriptor to say it is a vibration, because that is not how the magical realm functions. But there is some kind of magical tremor that hits from outside with the death of that last spider. Something is out there. So we're out of initiative. Adelaisa and Gita, why don't you each give us athletics, just a flat athletics score. You got lots of time here. You're not in a rush. See if you can get out this round before...
Before something happens.
Yeah. Yep. Pull yourself.
Yes.
Both of you. Easy peasy. All right, so then Farrakis, you were the only one who noticed this. Adelaisa and Gita, you pulled yourself out and are looking for other spiders. What happens next, guys?
Something's out there. I felt some type of pulse of energy release after that last spider.
Thurlow looks at you and says, What's out there?
Some force is being controlled from outside, I feel.
Farrakis, would you give us another awareness check, please? This time at plus 10. Okay. Thurlow has in his hand a pretty finely made dagger that seems to have some unusual stylings from it, and maybe from somewhere south across the what is it called here? From somewhere in the land of Cresius, and it almost hums in the odd. You kind of see that, and he says, Where is it? What do you do?
Farrakis will head to the door, and basically he's dragging his broken leg as he's walking across the floor. He still has enough adrenaline that he's not, wincing terribly yet, but he is certainly hobbled.
Okay.
And gets to the door, would open the door and kind of look outside like...
So what you see is, and are you looking with your normal senses, or are you looking with your odd sight?
That's a great question. I think the odd sight would kick in, because I would imagine since I felt that force was unnatural, I would start there.
Okay. So what you can see is, imagine like pitch blackness, but then a glowing dust going out and just settling along the highest ridges on some near things. And what you can see, using that odd sight, and your eyes or maybe change. I think what John described it as is like your eyes go black and like almost like a fungus or something stitches across your eyes as it kind of looks into there. And what you can see is an enormous spider. Something the size of like a wagon. And there's something glowing that is not part of it, but is offset in its near where its mandibles are. Something glowing bright. You don't get a chance to see what it is because this thing retreats. And it disappears into the darkness and the rain as much as it does vanish in the odd for you as well. You rolled really well. What is your perception bonus is a 6, right?
That's right.
So these things, why don't you give us a folklore at plus 20? All of you guys can give us a folklore
6.
at plus 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So Adeliza and Gita, you both know that these, what you've attacked you here, these are night spiders. Night spiders are feared in every land they call home, which is unfortunately almost anywhere where humans dwell. The most striking characteristics of the night spider, and the source of its name, is the strange light-absorbing quality on its exoskeleton. The night spider's outer shell absorbs light almost completely, and when it is hunting in darkness or at night, it is extremely difficult to perceive. The expansive webs they spin are of a similar nature, impossibly dark and absorbing so much of the light that stumbling into them is easy to do. The other troubling thing about the creature is that its lifespan is longer than that of a human, and it never stops growing. The typical specimen is about the size of a large dog, but rumors persist of ancient arachnids haunting dark, forgotten forests that are the size of a horse or larger. This is a very big night spider that you saw out there, Farrakis. And it's moving back. Thurlow is sort of looking around and says, what was all that about? What are they? I didn't know night spiders haunted in here. I'd heard they'd had some trouble in Northam, but nothing like this.
Yes, strange. So, where were you?
Oh, I just, I stepped out. Getting some air.
I didn't even notice you slip out.
I have that trick. Farrakis, and he sees you kind of I guess first off, Farrakis, what are you doing right now? Are you still at the door? Are you moving back in? What do we see happen?
Farrakis would come back in, face sort of almost completely blank in shock from seeing this oversized arachnid, and would probably come back in, get closer to the fire, and start feeling some of this pain setting in his leg. So I think that's where he'd be.
Okay, so he sits down. Thurlow sees it and is like, what the? They got you. Hold on. And here we go. He has in his container, first off, he has where is it?
Any critically failed heal test treat injury causes an infection. Not that I was just reading that while you were. Yeah.
Not that it's relevant at all.
No.
Yeah, I'm just looking for. There is there is something called Salmiak that allow you to go up on your peril condition, and I thought there was an equivalent for damage as well. I'm just trying to find the darn thing. Where is it here? For damage condition. Okay. All right, so we can bind wounds first here. So what is... a critical injury. Where's it here? Moderate or serious injuries must be treated before recuperation can start. I'm trying to remember how critical injuries work here. All right. Well, let's first do it. No one else suffered injuries other than Farrakis, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So
words lightly or moderately wounded, that is just something that heals, or?
Theria, here it is. So first, to recover from your damage conditions, you need to bind wounds. And what this will do is it will, on a success, you move one up on the damage condition track. On a critical success, you move up 2. Does anyone have training in heal? Heal is...
Intelligence.
And heal is a special skill, so unless you're trained in it like Thurlow... All right, so Thurlow he has a 76 in it. So, who would like to roll for Thurlow first to treat? Adelaide, how far down on the damage track are you?
On the damage?
Yeah,
just
damage
one.
condition track?
Yeah, just one.
Just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
lightly wounded.
He automatically succeeds. You are cured of that. Then, Gita, how far down are you?
Moderately.
Moderately. So you're level 3. No, 2. You're 2 down, right?
2 down from 1 high.
So it'd be an 86 for healing check. We want to give that a roll? Give us a percentile roll. 86 or less. So you recover 1, and you move 1 up on the damage condition track. Farrakis, how far down on the injury track are you?
You're the
Grievously wounded, I believe.
Grievously wounded, okay. Right before slain? Okay. That's 5. He has minus 20, but hold on. I want to find... Let's see here. Only this is the first time we've had someone as that badly injured thus far. Here we go, Grievous. Okay, here we go. Injuries. Okay, the reason I'm taking time, they don't have the Grievous, and I thought there was... I think I'm confusing Rogue Trader because there's that surgery skill separate from medicine or medical, whatever. Let's see here. So where is Grievous? Okay.
I think you're in trouble.
We're deep in the tome now.
Yeah, it is way in here. Okay, let's see.
It's right by the rolling up a new character section.
Quite possibly. Let's see here.
I'm on 192, where it's talking about binding.
192 binding wounds. Yeah, I was looking on there because it talks about moderate and serious injuries on page 193, but it doesn't talk about grievous injuries because you suffered. It talks about serious injuries and moderate injuries, but doesn't talk about grievous. So I'm looking back at the...
Maybe you get 4 lightsabers now?
See, in the other one, what it is there are... Let's see here.
Nice. 4 broken shivs.
Or broken shivs, a cape, and you have to talk like a robot.
Okay. I'm going to look at... Oh, wait, I'll search a little deeper afterwards, but I know it's in Flames of Freedom, which I brought here just in case I wanted to steal rules from it. So when you are... Because there's a identical tracking of injuries, and the healing is about the same as well. Okay, here we go. All right. Yes, so I thought. You had to perform surgery. You must have a surgical kit, bandage, tincture, and spend 1 hour to perform surgery. So I'm just going to use this for now, and I'll look up. It may be that you need to have these rules may be subsumed into one of the paths, but I will look now. So actually, it's fortunately this is a routine heal check. So give us an 86 or 86 or less, Ferricus, on a D100. Nice. All right. So basically, Ferricus sits down and then passes out. So he is unconscious. Unless, what you can do is, because you have it right, we're using optional rules to have the Nephilim have fate. I think, let's see here, what... Yeah, you spend to a situation. You want to ignore that injury? Spend your fate and have that not have happened? Otherwise, you're out for 24 hours. So it's that. What will happen is, at the start of next session, you'd flip a coin. If it's heads or whatever you choose, you'd get your fate back. If you fail, you don't have it for that session. The next session, you roll fate, flip twice. If you get it back, or you're good. If you don't, the next session after that, you roll 3 times.
I love it. Let's spend the point.
So it wasn't as bad as it looked. So you didn't actually suffer an injury after all. It's a near thing.
Maybe you were just still half asleep. It was like a hallucination.
Yeah.
Maybe just twisted my ankle a little more than it felt worse there.
Injuries don't look good.
So then,
No.
what you need is this will be a hard. So this will be a 55% chance of a successful heal check. Go ahead, Ferricus, give us a percentile roll at 55. Nice. You know, fortune point that?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. All right, so reduce your damage threshold by 1.
All right. So I'm seriously now.
Okay. So, you're bandaged up. He offers you this tincture as well. If you want to drink it, you will go 1 further up on the damaged condition, the Theriac.
Down the hatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little heavy. So then, with that done, what do you guys... You're looking around. There are 6 dead spiders around you.
We just toss them outside. Or is that giving the dead brood back to its master?
Should we burn them?
I don't think Ferricus mentioned there was something out there, but he hasn't mentioned what he saw yet.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. I think now that he's feeling a little better, maybe he could speak about the sighting of a otherworldly arachnid as large as a wagon that seemed to be prowling about and looking for or controlling these So
Parent, maybe? Oh, no.
So Farrakis, remember, he has not heard of these things before, but both Adeliza and Gita are well aware of what night spiders are.
Right.
So you can feel free to roleplay that accordingly if you like.
I've never seen such a thing.
Would have to be a very old night spider.
Well fed. Apparently they just keep growing. We've killed some of its brood here. Can't imagine it's pleased.
No. I can't imagine that it's pleased.
Maybe we could use that to our advantage, though.
It knows where we are. Are you propose to lay a trap?
Both Gita and Adeliza, you would know that these are, like their name suggests, they only hunt at night.
Yeah. Maybe we douse the fire. We lure it in. Or closer. Maybe it'll come.
Thurlow looks and says, "Yes, we must slay it."
I think Farrakis is trying to recall some of the other damage and things that we'd seen in this village. Is it consistent with an attack that would have been made by these spiders?
You don't remember
does it
seeing
seem
any
different?
webs in the village? And no, like the scene of the fight and the whatever else. This is what you can see almost anywhere, unfortunately, in Elkland.
It's just wall.
Yeah.
Would we know that these just prey on people who are in awkward situations or like by themselves, or
You would know, yeah. I mean, like they're territorial, and they are, yeah, like they're territorial, but they also they absolutely are opportunity hunters as well.
territorial? So maybe we don't fight it at night. Maybe we try to find its lair. Get it while it's sleeping.
Anyone have training in survival? Survival's a common skill, so if you don't have training, it's not going to penalize you.
No.
I do.
You do, okay.
Oh, great.
So Farrakis should track if there are tracks to follow.
There might not be tracks per se, but if there aren't, there might be signs, hills, corpses.
You do recall there are several mines in the hills of the Vale.
I think Farrakis is going to throw one of these spiders, these dead spiders, into the fire.
Goes up very quickly.
So do you want to hunt this? A larger version of this?
Thurlow says that he says yes.
It seems dangerous to leave it about.
The good people of Norham, we cannot leave such a thing around them. You guys can each give us a awareness check and tell me what your result is, because you'll add. So the measure is a degree of success plus your perception bonus, your PB.
You just thinking, how can we do this? She's not really paying attention to what he's
Adelaide,
saying.
your PB is a 3.
My my PV is a 5, actually.
5. So that's a 7. Okay, Farrakis, fail.
Oh.
Adelaide, yeah, like you're not buying what this guy's sudden altruism.
Right. Like he was all about money and...
Treasure.
Right. Why would he all of a sudden worry about the people.
Maybe.
But it's the kind of thing that I would talk to my friends about later when
Yeah.
he's not around. Like, I'm not gonna call him out on it.
So it is still probably about 2 or 3 hours until sunup. What do you guys wish
Well,
to do?
I need more rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we I don't want to burn the bodies of these spiders on our fire because that'll reek the high heaven. But do we do anything with them?
Burn them
You
outside.
said something about survival. Are the spider corpses good for anything?
I don't know of any use for them.
No, I mean, those of you who were bit, you don't recall, or at least you don't seem to be suffering from any kind of venom.
Toxins or anything?
Yeah, so they're not really. These may not be. If they are venomous, then they're not. It's these things may be too young to do that, but
They're just freaking dangerous.
Oh, interesting. If they're too young that they don't have venom yet.
Well, I'm gonna. Kita's gonna just grab a stick or something from one of the posts and stab a spider with it and just lean it on the doorway.
okay. Cool. All right, now. In addition to your sleep, you guys can each indulge in one crafting endeavor during a rekindling. What that allows you to do is to repair weapons or armor.
Yeah.
I don't think I got a single critical hit on any of you. Is that right?
No.
I had a bunch of fucking sublime failures and stuff, so I haven't damaged anyone's armor, which means it's only your weapons that are damaged to a degree.
Yeah.
Yes. We
can't-
all roll damage on our weapons.
There are a bunch of other options of what you can do for like crafting alchemical concoctions and trade craft items and stuff like that. But for you guys, it does seem like that is the most pressing. So,
Okay.
trade craft is, I think, a simple. Yeah, there's a special thing. So this means it'll be a flip to fail. But whose things are down by 2? I think it's only. Is it Gita's or is it Farrakis? He had 2 critical fails with the same weapon.
No, he switched and he damaged both of his shivs.
Yeah, so each of the shivs are damaged. Did anyone else get more than 1 critical fail?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Then everything is worn, which means it is a routine. So you get plus 10 to this. So you'll flip to fail, but you do get plus 10%. So go ahead and each of it give us a tradecraft check at plus 10. And you can spend fortune points. Flip to fail, that's still a success. You've fixed, your spear is ready to go, Gita. Restore it back to its regular level. Okay. Who's next? Flip to fail is a 50. Adelaisa.
Rude.
So
Rude.
that is, unfortunately, flip to fail is an 80 on that. So just cannot see. Now, both of you guys can spend fortune points to re-roll that if you like.
You just have to succeed, but not too high. Or-
Basically,
I
yeah,
know-
both numbers have to be pretty low.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I'll pass for now, but I will recover the dagger.
Yep.
I forgot to mention.
That one is not worn, so there is that. Adelaisa?
Yeah, let's try again.
Nice.
I can roll 23.
Okay.
Oh, 28. Damn it. Oh, I hate you, roll 20.
All right, so unfortunately, you're just like you don't know how you fucked up your sword, but it's looking a little rough. But
I
what
can't find a way. I can't find a way in the character sheet to indicate that, but
to indicate which?
that it's if a weapon is worn.
Oh, what's or no? So what you would have to do is modify what a worn. There we go. Let's see. A worn weapon is -1 damage and -10 to hit. Eesh. Armor is -1 of the damage threshold it grants. And then the value of it also goes down, too, for trading it in for gear or whatnot. So, all right.
Well, I can tell you from this playtest, I want to make a character for our game that has tradecraft.
Yeah.
Totally.
They make a point of
100%.
saying the path of craft. This is part of the reason why I want to start with warriors, is to showcase how important the healers and the craftsmen are. It's a really useful path. So then, what do you guys wish to do then? When morning comes, first thing you can do is you can improve your damage condition by 1. And if you have any peril condition, you can reduce it by 1. So then, with the morning coming, what do you guys wish to do? Oh, and Farragus, you see that red bar on your token?
Yes.
It's at 0. That is your tithe rating. That is the outsider who bargained with your ancestor, who whispers in your ear every now and then. Would you add 1 to your tithe total, please? Once it reaches 10, I believe you begin suffering a penalty. When you reach 30, you die. So, fortunately, you can trade it off with reckonings where you answer those voices and do what they are requesting you to do. So,
Not today, voice.
So, guys, I think to follow this thing, if you want to look outside Farragus, following this will actually be a whatever plus 30 is.
Okay.
So survival at plus 30.
They call it trivial.
Yeah, trivial. Critical success.
Nice.
So, not only, I'm just going to clear our, remove all turns here. All right. So then, because we're going to have to move to a different page here, guys. Let me set something up. We cut to you coming before the entry. Oh, did I already create a page? Look at that. Madison. Way to go. Look at this. Okay, on the map layer, bring you guys over here. Make sure I paste this way down. There we go, so I don't have everyone all over. All right, guys. So, whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. This is the entrance you see, and let me get Joe Schmo a little smaller there. You can picture you're on the outside of this looking down. It appears that part of the entrance to this mine has caved down, but this is absolutely, you are certain, Farragus, the direction that this thing has gone. How have you guys been approaching this? You've been led down into like more of the wooded vales, further down near the mere, near the lake, and you find this thing, a partially collapsed entrance to a mine.
Yeah, like I don't know if stealth is really where we would be going here. Probably. I mean, I would be attempting to be quiet. I don't want to get jumped by this thing.
Yeah, well, and didn't we want to catch it while it's sleeping if we could? Like, so yeah, stomping in is probably not the plan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So then why don't you guys give us a series of stealth checks, please, and check your agility bonus And if you succeed, tell us what your degree of success. Before we do that, though, let's set the initiative ladder. So click on your token, click on initiative.
What? Oh, I didn't know we moved to a different screen.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, hold on here. Here's Adelaisa. Just so you can fill yours in. You guys rolled quite well.
I'm just used to always having my token selected.
Yeah.
Just when we remove tabs, then it unselects it.
So Farrakis. 15. Adelaisa, 17. That's right. And Gita, 8. Okay.
Oh, somehow I got in there twice.
I think I added your guy on there. Okay, there you go. Then,
Stealth.
yes, stealth check, and if you succeed, make sure you add your agility bonus, and if you could kindly let me know what your total degree of success is. This is contested against a very...
Oh! So wait, the degree of success is like
If
from
you
my
fail,
roll?
you fail. The degree of success is the tens digit of what you needed minus the tens digit of what you rolled. In this case, you failed, so there's no degree of success.
No, that's not me. That's
Oh, that was
Gita.
Gita. Whoa! So yeah, Adelaisa, holy shit. That is, so your degree of success, what's your agility bonus for your
So
AD?
I got a 4, and my agility bonus is a 3, so I got a 7 total.
7 total. Farrakis, how you doing?
Not that it matters.
Agility bonus is 7,
Okay.
and I got a 56 versus
Did you
60.
remember to add 10 on top of that? Because you have your Prowler technique active right now, don't you?
Oh, I do. No, and I did not add the 10.
That's okay. So basically that'd be 70, so you got 2 plus whatever your agility bonus is.
And that's 7.
7. And Gita, would you like to spend a fortune point?
You rolled pretty terrible.
Yeah. I think I will.
Okay.
Spend it and deliver.
There you go. Oh, that was Farrakis. Ooh. Okay. So Gita is many things. Very strong, very striking, very personal in a raw kind of way. Quiet, not so much. So, let's see here.
Not as loud as your favorite dwarf, but she's
Okay. I have to spend a fortune point or misfortune.
There's lots of great things on Redbubble that say Greyhawk, so it's tank. I might have to buy it.
Nice. Okay, so you guys begin making your way down. Tell me what your strategy is for making your way down into this mine. You can picture it's going to go down to a major area and then it'll sort of go off in other directions. With your crit success, you're certainly going to be able to tell which way to go. And Thurlow is with his dagger drawn, following along with you guys. He can I can feel it. The blade must be down here. You have no idea what basis he would have to believe that. You haven't missed anything from...
What about the blade that he was carrying before the shiny dagger?
He's that. Oh, you know what? Give us an. Let's see here. What would it be? Where's my Fate Weaver screen here?
I can't open the spending fortune tender.
And actually, at that,
Give us a. This is eavesdrop check at +10, Farrakis. Let's go see how perceptive you were about this. Eavesdrop at +10. So that's the same. It's the dagger he's had at his belt. He has that full like a short sword or something on his side as well. That's not the weapon he's had out. It's his dagger that seems to have been concealed somewhere on him. If you look at it with your odd sight, if you look at it with your odd sight, he's going to know you're looking at it necessarily. But if you try and conceal it and look at it to see if you see the same thing you saw before, then you'll just need to make a contested, I think it's Guile. Yeah. It would be contested guile or guile or skullduggery. Either of those.
Yeah.
Let's see, I guess, yeah, I'm gonna use guile.
Okay.
Let's use that. Ooh,
A fortune point that?
goodness. Yeah,
Let me
we're getting
tell you-
low, but
Let me tell you what he rolled. Hold on. I'm going to roll for him first. And then you can make a decision then as to whether or not. Where are you, buddy? Where are you, champ? Where are you, buckaroo? Come on, where are you? Where are you? The adversary section in this is really big. It's got lots of different great things to deal with and lots of interesting.
Jeff, do you think Adalesa would have mentioned anything about feeling like Turlo was not genuine?
Well, I was just gonna say that after this last comment that he's made, I think that she would try to pull her allies aside to talk to them about it. Like, it's getting to the point where we're in a dangerous situation and she doesn't trust him, and so yes, at this moment she would be thinking that. So,
Yeah.
not before you've made this roll technically, but like sort of right after it.
Remember,
Oh,
You
we
can
use
call-
our point.
yes,
Yeah,
you
that's
can
right.
spend
Flashback.
Erd's voice to do a flashback. And remember, you can also spend.
Well, no, but I'm saying the trigger is the same thing. That's the trigger to have this conversation is the same trigger that he's making this roll for. So it wouldn't be a flashback. It's like,
But you were suspicious before, so that could have been enough.
yeah, I guess. But I'm saying that like one strike, she was like, nah, he's kind of sketchy. The second comment here, like, that's giving her sort of this bad feeling is why she's going to pull her allies aside right now.
So again, here's one way you could use Erd's voice is that you could have pulled him aside and say, I'm getting a hinky feeling about this guy. I tell you one more thing.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're right. As in, like, it's yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So then, what do we see that where Adalesa triggers the suspicion?
Well, it was just his comment of exactly like you said, like this is the place or something, and it's like, how would he know? Like, why would he know?
Yeah.
And he's also the one who wanted to go after this thing. Like, she almost feels like this is like, is he laying a trap? Is he right? And so, it's like, the hair on the back for next time. Maybe that's when she taps Farrakis on the shoulder. Like, that's
Okay.
it. That's another.
So then
strike,
here's something
so
you
to
could do
speak.
as well. If you wanted to help Farrakis, if you were knowingly go into this, remember, if you're aiding someone with it, you roll a d10, and that d10 could replace the guile,
Right.
the 10s digit.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
So right now the guile is a fail.
Yeah.
So you're not sure whether or not, if he fails by worse, then he won't notice it, because he does have to succeed in order to notice it. So it's your call. Do you want to shift into odd sight?
Maybe. So would it be common? Would he know that Farrakis is a Nephilim? I mean, that is apparent or not?
It can be. Some Nephilim have more obvious things. And more, it's for the way I've been interpreting Farrakis's legacies, that when he draws on his on that site, that's when he looks really inhuman, and it's obvious that he's a Nephilim.
Oh.
Okay. Otherwise, he is kind of indistinguishable.
There's something
from...
kind of off-putting about the people, about the Nephilim in general, because they've got that ever since the extinguishing, that's when basically the walls to the odd came down, and suddenly these debts came due once again. So everyone who had that legacy suddenly now is hearing they're outsiders, and if you don't listen to them or meet the bargain that was made by your ancestor, you get drawn into the odd or killed or whatever.
Okay. Then,
what the guile was to avoid him seeing you obviously looking at him and having those the non-human or Nephilim qualities shining through.
yeah, and I wasn't able to conceal it, so now I risk him seeing me and confirming this.
I have rolled it, so
I'm thinking. Thinking so. Yeah, I'm thinking so.
So you look over, and once again, that actually, well, give us an awareness check at +10, please.
Okay.
Let's see here. You know, fortune point that. Cleared the decks.
Kind of do, but I kind of don't. What do you guys think?
Do it.
All right, Dave.
Do it.
Okay.
I feel like we're trying to avoid a possible trap here. It's worth it.
No.
Critical failure.
Oh no.
Okay.
Roll 20's like, you're going to have to roll new characters anyway. So let's make
Yeah.
So I think with a critical failure with odd sight, let me take a look at. They have suggestions for when this stuff happens. That's interesting. Okay, leverage. Let's see here. Odd sight. Here we go. Okay. Boy, it's a shame there's not one more player, because then I'd have 9 misfortune. As it stands, I can only spend 6. And Farrakis, you are the only one to escape walking into some thickened webs. What? And you are walking forward, Farrakis, and let me show what is looming over there. Farrakis, would you give us... Oh, no, you already got a critical fail on this, so you're focused on what he's doing. You then see... I think you kind of gasp, because what you can see is there is roiling power around the dagger that he has out. And... what looks like just a very well-made, from one of the nations south of Erebos. This instead, it looks like he is carrying... Here's what I'll do, actually. Yeah, this is great. He's actually carrying some kind of hideous outsider that has warped itself to look like a dagger sitting in his hand. And it sees you. Why don't you roll 2d10 plus 2 peril, please?
Oh, man. Oh,
The one thing is, peril dice don't explode like damage dice do, so there is that. So how does 13 compare to your peril threshold?
Oh, I'm sure it's not great. That's +6. It says.
So 6 over?
Yeah, 6
So
over.
the way we count it is basically it's how many ticks up, how many things that get passed. That'll tell us how many it goes down.
So
what'd you roll?
it goes 2, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, so your damage, your peril threshold is up to 13. Yeah, so it'll be 2, so your peril threshold goes down by 2. Farrakis, the crit fail, calls out. Ha! Seeing this, you see that Thurlow turns around in time. This is sort of all simultaneous, where Adeliza and Gita, you walk into something. Farrakis, you call out. Thurlow turns around, and then allow me to add something on here. I got to make this appropriate sized here. Let's see. That feels about right.
It's been, it's good. That warm-up fight was good. Now it's time for the real deal.
Let me, here, add a turn. Its initiative is... There we go. Okay. Put that in descending order. Now, I am going to roll stealth for it. If it succeeds in this, this is a 70% plus 20, 90% chance of succeeding. Yeah, unsurprisingly. What drops down? Is the largest spider that you guys have ever had the misfortune of laying eyes on. This is the Mother of Night. It drops down, and because it succeeded in its stealth, it gets 3 actions and no defenses. It plunges its fangs into Thurlow's back, which is turned towards you. Blood spurts out of his mouth. His dagger clatters to the ground, and Farrakis, because you are the only one free, you realize that there is an identical dagger sticking out of the thorax of Mother Night. This is what you saw glowing. It is identical to the one that was in Thurlow's hand. It then turns. It is about 6 strides away from you. Adelaide and Gita, you are 6 strides back from where Farrakis is. He stumbled a little further forward. But we are starting the round. So, first thing is, Adelaide, I would ask that you kindly give us a hard athletics check. These webs are thicker. Oh, Anna's come in to help. She's here for moral support, guys.
I'm going to need it.
Yeah.
Anna.
Ooh.
You want a fortune point that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so when she gets hard, minus 20. Here it comes. Come on.
Yes.
You are out and free to act. 3 actions. What are you doing? Dueling would apply if you move in and engage with this, because you have plus 10. And remember, you guys have access to your extinguish actions. So, Adelaide, what are you doing? You are 12 strides back from this. What are you doing?
So, 12 strides is how many move actions?
What is your movement? I believe it's on the same. It's on the combat tab. It's that same box where like all the damage and whatnot is.
Oh, parry. Movement. Oh, 6.
Yep.
Oh, so I'd have to do 2 moves.
2 moves.
I think she'd be more cautious, so I think I'll just move 1 closer to it, though, and activate my stance. Can't remember what it's called. Baravi's.
You can click on the remember the
Guard.
little speech bubble to have it display in chat if you like.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Baravi's guard.
Okay. And then you also have 1 AP left over.
Yeah, and of course I accidentally closed the combat moves. Is there like also a defensive stance or something? Let's see.
I don't believe
I can't
so.
remember. Movement, actions, target. I can flank, but I no. Wait, focus, resist. No, those are all reactions.
Okay.
No, okay.
All right. So then it is. That is you. You got 1 AP banked and free parries and defenses. Farrakis. He's so invisible that he. Oh, he's back. Farrakis, you.
Step aside there.
That is okay. You have 3 AP. What are you doing?
First one is.
I do have news for you. This thing has an ability called No Mortal Skill. It is immune to extinguish abilities.
Okay.
Which makes sense because there's ones that
Yeah.
literally kill something. So
Yeah.
I think he is going to go to Thurlow's body
Okay.
and grab the sword. He has a sword as well, right?
He has a sword as well. Yes, he does. Yep.
So I'll pull that sword out, knowing that's a much better weapon than
Sure.
what
So
I'm using.
Yeah. Let me take a look here. The sword is, let's see here.
Just take his stuff and run.
So if you click on Edit under your Combat tab, you're able to add on a new weapon. And what we'll give you... I love that there's pictures of all the weapons in this game, too. Fucking awesome. This will count as a longsword.
Okay.
Adaptable, biting to defensive, and does combat your CB combat bonus. What adaptable means if you use two hands with it, it does +1 damage. It's on page 223 of the core rulebook, and you can add that stuff in. Sorry, and you're saving your last action to defend?
Yes.
All right. And Mother Knight. I will spend 3 misfortune. And let's see here. Jeffrey, you've been rolling pretty good tonight. Why don't you give us a 1d6 roll, please?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
No.
What comes skittering down? 3 of the smaller ones. At Mother Knight's request. These are not immune to extinguish abilities. And they seem to appear off of, like, from underneath her carapace there. So that was her, but they're not going to be able to... They're, like, hiding under her abdomen. Her second AP will be to stride forward towards you, Farrakis. You have 1 action left. She is going to try and bite you. She has a 65% chance of success. It's a hit, not a crit, so you can defend Farrakis. If you're using that new longsword of yours, you get +10 to your parry.
Oh, I think my dodge is still slightly higher.
Okay.
Try to dodge.
Come on. Whoa! Narrowly missing it. These things are as long, her mandibles are as long as Gita's spear. Speaking of Gita, you're up next.
Yeah.
Who spent all my misfortune? What's going on here?
I think I have to make a hard...
Oh, yeah, you gotta make athletics, a hard athletics check to get out of these webs.
Because, you know,
Come
that's what we
on.
gotta do.
Here we go.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh,
You on a fortune point that?
yeah, I don't want to stay here in the webs while everyone's doing stuff.
Don't
Okay.
worry, it'll just mean more little baby spiders join the fight.
Exactly. You're out! Nice! Gita, you pulled yourself out of the webs. Let's see, do I have I think I got a more up-tempo song here. Hold on, let's see here. Is this scarier?
There's 3 of us. There's 4 enemies.
There's 4 enemies. So now, yes, you guys are outnumbering. So, or that you're outnumbered by them. Yes,
When
4
there are-
enemies.
Yeah. And there are more enemies in combat in the middle one.
Yes, you
Starting
got
my turn?
4 AP. Yep.
Okay, so I was breaking free using an AP.
No, that was free.
Okay, then I will stride forward.
Okay. So, yeah, and what's your movement?
Is that in the combat section?
Yes, on the combat section.
Movement 7.
7. So that means it would take you 2. However, oh boy, there is
Oh,
a
no.
2 AP action called Charge.
Yeah, you were saying before we started playing that charge was good for his character.
Charge is good. Well, people who charge against him, it's better for that. You move 2 times your movement for 2 AP, and then if you can make a melee attack at the end, and you add an additional 1d6 to the total damage if you hit.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You gonna charge in and yeah.
That's what Gita's going to do.
Okay.
Charge in.
So your first 2 actions, and what are you attacking? One of the small ones or Mother Knight?
No, let's go straight for the mother.
Okay.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, you want to fortune point that?
Yeah, let's give you another fortune point. Wait. More spiders.
Do it.
Oh.
Okay, so that is unfortunately a miss with that big first charge. You have 2
So
more
that's
AP
2
left to go, and you're
That's 2
engaged
AP.
with Mother Knight.
I think she'll just try to spear Mother Knight. That's a -10 on my
The
second.
-10. Hold on. Let's see here. I don't know if I'm going to read the specific language of it. Every melee attack after the first is taken at a -10, but this is not every melee attack. This is a melee attack after a charge. So this is made at
Right.
your full rate.
So we say -20?
No, regular attack.
Okay. Oh, so this is my regular attack.
Yep. It's
Full
only
standard.
when you're doing the short, 1 AP attacks, that's when the defenses or the attacks. That's a hit. And Mother Knight used up all her actions. How irresponsible of her. That is let's see here, against her armor. So that is only 1 hit. You could spend a fortune point to add 6 to that damage. What do you want to do?
There should be 2 fortune pool in pool. I used.
Oh, did you use one? Oh, sorry. Thank you. You want to spend a fortune point and bump that damage by 6 or what? Or
Yeah. No guts, no glory.
okay, there you go. Yeah, you can't take them fortune points home. They refresh at the start of every session as well. You always start with everything in the players. No. Oh, yeah. Good question, Fergus. I don't have an answer for you yet. You'll have to contemplate that on the Tree of Woe, or just after this fight. Okay, so that is a hit. And I'm sorry, you are going to spend it.
I will save my 4th AP.
Okay, so then this thing is down to because you spent that fortune point for an extra damage. Would you kindly roll 2 chaos dice? I'm gonna move her down just a bit so you can see that number. Come on. Here you go, Gita. 2 chaos dice. Make it count. No! All right. Then Gita has 1 saved. That brings us to the end of the round. Everybody, click on your token. Click on initiative. That beats Mother Knight. That ties
Guys.
Mother Knight. That loses to Mother Knight. Oh no. All right.
1434.
Gita, you were up first though. What are you doing?
You know what? I have an ability because I didn't use because I beat her initiative and I didn't use my dodge or parry.
Yep.
I can attack with bonus damage. Here, I'll put it back in the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is that one of your
The first
Yeah,
attack.
that's so cool. I wasn't. If no
No
parry or dodge rolls have been
rolls
made,
since their last turn, extra damage die to their attacks for this turn.
that's awesome. So go ahead and click on your spear and add a second. I think it's a fury dice or whatever they call it on there. So that'll roll an extra d6 for you.
Spear. And just go Fury Dice 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Kapow. Oh,
You want to fortune point that?
Sure, let's finish her off.
Hell yeah. Come on. Injure her. Oh, no! All right, so that's first attack. You have 3 more AP because you still are outnumbered.
Challenging attack.
Okay. So this will be at -10. That is a miss. You want to fortune point that?
Guys, go ahead.
Go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a hit, but not a crit. Okay, 14. That is enough to bring her down by 2 more. So, would you give us a 3d6 roll, please? Oh! You have 2 more AP.
Yeah, I'm going to attack a third time.
Okay, so minus 20. Do you fortune point that?
How badly wounded does she look?
She looks pretty messed up right now.
Really?
Yep.
What do you guys think?
No guts, no glory.
Yeah, you're better than I am. Go for it.
Okay, I'll do it. Minus 20?
Yep.
No! That would have been huge damage to you.
You have 1 more AP. If you
Still a
attack
chance.
another time, it's minus 30.
There's still a chance, though, right?
There is a chance, absolutely.
Saying there's a chance.
Oh,
You want to fortune point that? Did I forget to add a misfortune?
Yeah, I think you did once.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. No, I will leave that there.
Okay, so Gita is throwing caution to the wind, and she gets 1 solid hit and keeps going in, but this thing is moving back. Farrakis, you're up
All right.
before Mother Night. What are you doing?
I think Farrakis first will raise this new longsword and swing at the mother.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Did you want, before you attack, did you want to try and flank her?
Good call. Yes,
Okay.
I think that's a good move. So, I'll
So
spend
1
a
AP,
point on
you
that.
sidle to the side as Gita has her attention focused on her. This is plus 10 to hit. Go ahead and make your attack roll. You want to fortune point that?
Oh, I have another action.
1 more AP, yeah.
1 more AP. No, I'll just save that AP for defense.
Okay. Farrakis and Gita.
You can't use the misfortune, though, if she's dead.
Yep. Don't worry, you got lots of fortune now, guys. Farrakis and
That was the
Gita.
gamble, right? If she dies, she can't use the misfortune.
She
So,
sprays out webs and covers both of you for. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, then.
that's like, didn't get me.
So Gita, for Adelaisa is free at the back there. I'm going to make my first attack on Gita.
Why? I only hit you
Yeah,
3 times.
and because you're in the webs, you cannot do reactions any longer.
That's okay, because I didn't use any. I didn't save any points. To
Oh
react
yeah,
anyway.
right. You had nothing left. So it's a 65 to hit. Yeah, we'll try with 65. Oh, and I have no misfortune left to re-roll. So then, second attack, she flails down. This is a 55. 98! Oh no! Final strike. She's going all out. Absolutely hates you. This is a 45. So narrowly misses. Adelaisa, what are you doing?
Finish her up.
Okay, use my first action.
Sorry,
to...
I got to go with small spiders.
Oh yeah, small spiders.
Yeah, and they're all going to swarm Gita. because you are the one who hurt Mother. Mother. I only have 2 attacks with each on you, so this is against... this is a 45 and a 35. So 45, 45. Nope. And 35. Not 200. Come on. Don't make it too easy on them. Sublime, so it is going to take, I don't know, maybe one of its mandibles breaks, so it's going to do -1 damage next time. And then the second one, this is at 45. Yes, 35. Hits. Okay, 1d6, exclamation, +5. I think it's only 1, isn't it?
My damage threshold is 10.
It is 10. Okay, so you're down by 1, so you're lightly wounded.
I was lightly wounded. I'm now moderately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got 3. Hold on, I got my go with my last one. Here we go. This is the last one, 45. It's a hit. D6 +5. Not through your armor. And against a 35. Cheapers. Exclamation +5. Oh, you're down to moderate. Gita, give us a chaos dice. Single chaos dice, please.
I'm down to seriously now. I was at lightly.
You're at lightly? Where's moderate?
Moderate.
I went to moderate and then to serious.
Were you lightly going into this fight?
Yeah.
Oh, right. But did you forget to...
I was moderately, and then he healed me to lightly. And,
and then you slept. You slept overnight. Your damage threshold went down by 1 more. Yeah, so you should be at moderately. So 1d6, please. Or 1 chaos dice. Those are more fun, because either there's green... Oh, so close. No injuries on you. So these things are swarming over Gita Adelaide. Sorry about that. Your turn now. What are you doing?
Okay. First action is to step forward into Mother.
Yeah.
And then...
Thank you.
I guess I could use the flanking, but then I'll only get 1 attack.
No, you don't need to flank. Farrakis is doing that because Farrakis is engaged with Mother Knight, or Night Mother, or I can't remember what I called her. She is granting flanking to anyone who's engaged with her.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
awesome.
it's +10.
Yeah, +10.
All right. Here we go. Come on, good roll.
Come on. Here's her crit. Where is it? Oh,
There it is.
hit. I can't dodge. So
And
that's
you have your-
So I'll
Swagger
use a point to add the 6 damage.
17.
Are you using your offhand weapon? Doesn't that do extra damage?
Yeah, it's +1. Yep, because if he's got a shiv out, that then is 12 and 18. Adelaide, what does it look like as Mother Knight dies?
Oh, yes.
Well, I think she just sees the openings created by Gita and, laid all of its attention on her. And so Adelaide can sort of just step in and put her longsword right through the abdomen of this horrific
And she begins
spider.
twitching and pulsing, and what you see is there are thousands of tiny spiders that are falling off of her. Her entire carapace was covered with these things, and the ones on Gita drop off, and she dies. You are able to stand back, and with these things dropping off, I think what you see is the tiny baby spiders begin burrowing into her.
Gross.
The ones on Gita drop off and scurry off into the darkness, though. And you guys have defeated Mother Knight. So, guys, with that thing dropping down dead, you cut yourself free. What happens next?
Oh, I think Farrakis is looking to see what became of the dagger.
So you're looking down, and the one on Thurlow, it's not there. Would you give us a survival check at +20, though, please.
Was he possessed by this thing?
What you see is where he fell on the dirt floor in here, because there's a lot of like detritus and dirt and whatnot that's on here. There is this like a strange serpentine movement, a body, a little like almost like an oversized centipede that skitters off in the direction from where his hand fell, in the direction deeper in the mine. Do you follow it for any distance, or? Well, you do hear something else, Farrakis.
I want to check on Fairly.
You look over for where Mother Night fell. She sort of slumped to the side, and there's an identical dagger sticking out. And just from your earlier roll, because you roll so well in your folklore, you are confident that you are looking at the blade of Salvestro Barbato. And sorry, Dave, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Oh, no, sorry. I was just saying, Peter wants to check on our fourth member that fell.
Oh, yeah. He has been skewered through as if by 2 lances. So he is dead. But what you do see is, why don't you give us a...
Do you have any of those potions on him that we drank?
Oh, no, he's slain. Like, this isn't a matter of like, oh, he's too far down the damage threshold. He's dead. Oh,
no, I'm
for
thinking
yourself.
for me.
Yes, of course. Oh my God.
I'm taking a potion. I'm just drinking.
I love you're like, no, hold on, Kev. There's no fucking way I'm saving him. Fuck him. What's in his pockets is.
Yeah, come on,
We're
Kev.
mercenaries. I gotta survive.
Absolutely. What you find on him is 4 patronage level worth of spoils. There's a bunch of coins and whatnot on him. So you have 4 worth of spoils, and you find 2 more of those. Two of the salviacs, which are like or salviac. I can't remember. It's a thing that restores peril level. Salmiac. And then there is 1 more of that Theriac, the one that restores damage levels. So 1 Theriac, 1 Salmiac, there are 3 bandages on him, and then 4 spoils worth of coins and whatever else. Gita, since you're looking over there, why don't you give us a survival check at -10, please? This is a simple skill, so it's not flip to fail. Yeah, it's common skill. So, okay.
I'm what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah, you're not what you're looking for. Adelaisa, what are you doing while this is going on?
Looking for something to burn the body of this horrible creature.
Sure.
And hopefully finish off
I think
these.
it's not unreasonable to think you would have brought torches with you to be able to see down here, right? Or makeshift torches or whatnot.
Right. Then I'd be also looking for some like I don't know, fuel or some wood to like.
Looks like
I want to
tons.
burn this thing. Yeah,
There's a
absolutely.
lot of wood around. It's dry and whatnot, but yeah, you could do that. So Ferric is cutting back to you. Gita is on the ground looking at this fella. Adelaisa is getting like tearing and carrying some wood over. All you can see is that dagger sticking out of Mother Night.
The Farrakis is going to use his odd sight here to look at that dagger.
Okay, I want you to give us
more
an
closely.
awareness check, please.
Okay, you better grab it before I burn it.
Oh, you want to spend a fortune point?
Yeah.
Can't. Okay. What you can see, bear with me one moment here. What you can see is this thing glows in the odd. It shines like newly pressed and polished coins. This thing is riches and avarice personified, and you know as well that this is a lethal weapon.
What about the presence of a creature or any other life form, anything like that attached to it?
You don't see. Maybe if you picked it up. Tough to tell.
Do it.
Well, we can't burn this, so we'll recover it. I think Ferricus will pull the dagger.
Okay. You pull the dagger, and you can hear, and not literally hear, but like you can feel something present in your mind. It doesn't so much as speak as it does just you are made to know. There is a man in Norham, and if you murder him, you will grow very rich.
Now we know how this thing works.
Yes.
So Ferricus is getting that. Adeliza comes back, burns the body. How do you guys want to end? Our adventure is called The Spiders of Norham. How would you like to end the session, guys?
I mean, I know what I'm imagining.
Yeah?
Heading into this village where this guy is. Or I don't know, but maybe Ferricus doesn't feel that way. I mean, I wouldn't know that. I'm just saying that's what I'm imagining.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Good.
I was gonna say, are there like other bodies and people that they've?
You want to
murdered
search the mine?
Yeah, maybe we should search the mine a little bit.
Why don't you give us roll 2 chaos dice, please. Let's see if you run into any trouble while doing that.
2 chaos dice.
Yeah. No problem. You gain another 5 spoils. Like this, you
Nice.
find what must be the body of Salvestro Barbato, and it's exactly as Thurlow described. He had a huge amount of money on him. And the thing with spoils, you can spend spoils on a one-for-one basis to purchase something equal to the patronage level of the item. So those shitty shivs that you're using, for instance, Ferricus, a dagger is a 4 patronage thing. You could buy a dagger with it. You can sell items or barter them away for 5 less. I think it's 5 less than the patronage level. So a longsword, for instance, which I think is like 6. It's actually a pretty expensive item. Longsword, 5. So you could barter that for, let me see here. Barter. Yeah, spoils that are 5 levels lower. Wait.
So we could find a town and upgrade them with gear.
Yeah.
I hear Norham's nice this time of year.
There's a glint in Ferricus's eye, and that's a perfect way to end the session. Oh, man. So, then, first off, before we get into our outro, so Dave and Jamie, you are now part of the flock. You have played your first sessions of Blackbirds. What are your impressions of Blackbirds?
Pretty exciting, very grim, a little terrifying at times. The game system is not too difficult to follow, and the simple combat, like add another -10 to each attack, things like that, make it pretty easy to even just learning the rules as we go, because that's kind of what we're doing tonight.
Yep.
And also, it's got, even at first level characters, they have some cool abilities which make them unique. It's not just you have a +1 base attack bonus and you're good with this weapon and blah blah blah. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Jamie?
Yeah, no, I felt the exact same way as Dave. I think it's very gritty and it's grim, and there's a lot of consequences, and the cliff for damage and the combat threshold and damage threshold, it accelerates fast, and you definitely feel the intensity in the game, and it's got some grit to it. It's a good system. I enjoyed the system itself, but also just the setting and the lore. It was really nice.
Nice.
And spend more time reading the book to get more of the lore.
Yeah. Well, and more of things too. So what you guys would get out of today was probably 2 RPs, which you could trade in for 1 extra bonus. I think you can have a maximum of +2. So you take a look at your path, and it'll tell you which ones are things that are unlocked cost you 1 RP for. I think it's 1 RP for the bonuses, to increase your bonus for one of your unlocked stats by 1. Costs 2 to unlock, to raise a locked bonus. Costs 1 for unlocked skills. Costs 2 for locked skills, but I think you guys have maximum in your skills already. And it costs 1 for talents in your path, or 1 for a weapon technique, and it costs 2 for a technique in your path. So basically, you guys will be able to pick a new technique to add to your deck, or a new talent and a new bonus, or 2 new talents, or whatever you want, whatever combo of those spending you'd want. So you'd be getting to see some improvement right away.
Cool.
I mentioned that because, Dave, you're playing Gita tomorrow morning, so you'll have 2 points to spend.
2 points.
2 points.
Okay.
And Jeff, what do you think? Is it a second time for you?
I mean, I like this game. I can't wait to play our little Christmas adventure. And my comment would be that Tradecraft is the new survival.
You can spend 2 points to purchase a 1 level in Tradecraft, because it's locked skill for Adelaza. So if you want to spend your 2 for that, I'm sure whoever plays Adelaza next, which I believe is James, he will thank you for that.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, you guys didn't get a chance to use your extinguish abilities yet, but I mean, you guys made really good use of all of your other abilities and techniques through it. I'd forgotten that one that you had, Gita, the one where you didn't parry. That was fucking cool. I read that and I'm like, I don't think this is going to be useful, but I like the other things that are in here, and it seems cool and different from the others. That turned out to be super fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's kind of a early in the fight thing, or if you win in initiative.
Yep.
And it wasn't very useful against the little spiders because there were so many attacks, and I was trying to keep some defense.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to go all out, and just start wailing, you might as well just do extra damage, right?
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, was. Oh, go ahead.
Do you want to add 3 spoils to each character sheet? There's 9.
Well,
total.
no, it doesn't divide up like that because it's.
Oh, okay. It's like 9 per the group.
Yeah, I don't think it adds up like that. I'll read that again tonight. I don't think it works like that.
Okay.
And honestly, like for the spoils, once you guys, we'll talk about what we're doing for Blackbirds of Yule, because Sean and Gary have made characters for it. If you guys want to make characters, I'm fine with that too. If you want to play these characters again, you're also fine to do that. I think Farrakis has been played by 3 others or 2 others. Adelaza by 2 so far, 3 tomorrow. So I'm just using these as exemplar characters for now, but you're certainly welcome to continue playing them if you like.
Sure.
It's fitting for Farrakis because he's got voices in his head anyway. So
he really does. Yeah. Great. Any closing thoughts on? And I guess for myself, for running it, what an incredibly fun game to run. I absolutely love every one of the adversaries we've used so far has had a very different misfortune spend, and they're all great. I will say, I changed the misfortune spend a little bit from what the spiders had, but I think it made for a fun and thematic fight. So that's all I'm asking for, and it made from. Yeah, anything that makes the fight more interesting, and even something that you can game for in a way. Like, you guys knew that as soon as I had 3, I'm going to be able to web one of you guys. Being able to read a fight and respond to that is kind of part of the fun of these types of tactical games. So I don't take it as a bad kind of metagaming. I think that's a lot of fun. Awesome.
Yeah, having the fortune on the screen, Kevin, that's really great.
Yep.
And for whoever runs Farrakis next, I'm sorry that you will have to flip for fate, but that's just how this thing rolls.
I let everyone who's playing for the first time, we will let them start with fate automatically. So that is fine. But yeah, I guess for those listening at home, we are what we're talking about is over Christmas. Rather, all of our games are going to be paused with the exception of one like year in review thing we're doing for our Night Below campaign. All of our sessions are turned over, and we're going to be running a couple extra sessions over Christmas from December 21st to January 2nd, I guess. Blackbirds of Yule. So for this holiday of Yule, we'll be playing nothing but Blackbirds, and we're going to have lots of one-shots. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to crack out some more of the adversaries, and even run like something that's going to be lasting a little longer. I like you guys. You haven't had a chance. No one's had a chance to pursue patrons yet and try and get tasks for them. Like, there's a really awesome sandboxing element to it, but there's also a structured sandbox to that by way of your dooming, because you're going to have this fate that's sort of driving you forward, but you're also going to be wanting to scramble for money and whatnot, and get, especially if your weapons degrade to the point where they break. There's just a really cool, like, element of story and element of sandboxing that I think is going to be really cool in ongoing play. So awesome. Any last thoughts, guys, before we jump into the outro?
For the Blackbirds of Yule,
Yeah.
are we going to do a session 0?
We could, yeah. I've already done that. While we do it beforehand, so we can have characters. But yeah, I'm happy to schedule that. That'd be a lot of fun. The character generation was a lot of fun in this as well.
Yeah, I'd like to go through it with you or a few people.
Sure.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Rather than
I would
just doing
too.
it myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then we'll do it. We'll make sure we got a time scheduled for character creation beforehand, because it is a really, one of the things that is really fun about the game. I mentioned at the outset that, like, so much of the early part of the book is character generation. It's because of all the cool options you get to pick. The boons, there's tons of them for humans, and then even each of the non-human ancestries has a ton of options as well. There's really good options for each of the different paths, and then there's the magic as well too, which is really fun. And they say if you are going to play a spellcaster, to still not read part of the section, so like part of it still remains hidden to you. And if you're not playing a spellcaster, don't read it. Wait to see how it plays out in play. And I think that's it's very cool how cognizant they are of how much fun it is to explore and learn the world through the eyes of a character, as opposed to just reading it in the book.
Totally.
Love that.
Yeah, it's a really, really well written, really great game. So then, with that said, guys, we'll bring this session this weaving to a close. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for this one shot. I think I'm going to rename the I'll call it the Spiders. I actually was going to call it initially the Spiders of Bridmere Vale, and I'll rename it that. So I'm going to retroactively change, so I'll never have been wrong about the name I gave the session. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to this game. Actually, we don't do this game yet, I don't think. This campaign and every other campaign we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other great channels. We've been talking about Blackbirds under our Assorted Games channel, but I'm certain that if we keep playing Blackbirds, you will see a channel dedicated to this game, or at least all those powered by Zweihander games, because we've been playing a lot of Flames of Freedom as well. Soon. In addition, there is a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. And I want to say today we heard some very exciting news. Noble Knight Games has recognized a workers' union. Their workers' union is Noble Knight Games United. And from what I understand, that means that Noble Knight Games is one of 5% of employers who voluntarily recognize workers' unions. And that is incredibly supportive of their people. Noble Knight Games, I've had nothing but fantastic experiences with them myself. I've been a long-time customer of theirs, and you can see down below there is a discount code that they have very generously shared with us that we're sharing with you. If you purchase anything through their website for $10 or more, be sure to enter the code. I think it's Musings right now. Enter the code Musings. If you're listening to this at another time, check back in one of our more recent videos, see what the code is, because it changes over time. And you'll save yourself 10% of the purchases. Noble Knight Games is not only a fantastic employer, they're also the preeminent source of hard-to-find and out-of-print games in North America. I have filled a number of collections through them and their games. High-in-demand, out-of-print games are harder. They're going to be priced accordingly, but for things that are not high-in-demand, they have at very reasonable prices. I've been able to fill up some BattleTech holes lately for about $25 a pop for games, which is less than the print price or the original price. They have not only a full selection of new role-playing games, new tabletop games, and new card games, they also have an amazing selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print games. And if they don't have in stock what you're looking for, you can add it to a want list. They'll send you an email when it comes in, and then you can head on over there and pick it up yourself. Once again, a huge congratulations to the workers and the owners of Noble Knight Games. We are very proud to have you as a partner in our endeavors or whatnot. A terrific store, terrific people. We wish them nothing but success. In addition, there's a link down below to our charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel, which is the Heroes Save Villages campaign that benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, an amazing organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. All donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman, just goes to benefit the kids who... benefit the kids who are serviced by SOS Children's Villages International. And if you follow that link, you can also learn all about SOS Children's Villages International if you like. As a small way of saying thank you, in December we'll be having our next charity raffle. Every $25 Canadian that you donated since June 15, 2022 will give you one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. You can see all the prizes we gave away listed on our Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. And we've also heard from our friends at Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse that we will be having a copy of their brand new Platinum Edition Spelljammer. And I'll be doing an unboxing on that shortly, and we'll be running a one-shot using some of the contents from that and some custom ship-to-ship combat rules that I have written specially for that session. If you have not seen these before, these are unbelievably decadent box sets that expand out. They have not only the full adventure, including the corrected or updated information in the Spelljammer, they have cards, they have maps, they have expanded adventures. They have a huge amount of miniatures in this one as well, too, that look just... There's a radiant dragon in there that is unbelievably gorgeous. Tons of great stuff. It retails for about $700 US or just under that. And if you donate through the Heroes Save Villages campaign, you will have an opportunity to win that as our grand prize, or one of the other terrific prizes, including some other things from Beetle and Grimm, some stuff from our Redbubble shop, and some other great prizes. So lots of great opportunities to win some cool gaming stuff and to help out some kids who could really use some help. Oh, I know. Anna is reminding me that the last thing I need to say is a huge thank you to our stalwart Blackbirds tonight. So Jeffrey, Dave, and Jamie, thank you so much for playing tonight, guys. I had so much fun writing and running this for you, so thank you so much for joining me back in the Carcass Nations for yet another weaving with our Blackbirds. So, for those listening at home, we will be back we'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll be back in a few short hours in the Carcass Nations for yet another weaving along the war road. Until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our Blackbirds have been running into as they walk the war road. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
See ya.